Number 6, sophomore midfield, Jay Atanga. Number 7, junior attacker, Simon Galetto. Number 8, senior midfield, Connor Poitras. Number 10, junior midfield, Jabari Kabisu. Number 11 and senior captain, playing midfield, Tyler Michelson. Number 12, senior captain and midfield, Landon Vance. Number 14, junior defense, Ramsey Awan. Number 17, sophomore defense, Liam Gill. Number 20, senior defense, Logan Chapeau. Defending the net for the Eagles will be senior goalkeeper, Everett Shuda. The head coach is Bill Vance. Now, here are your starters for your Cardinals. Beginning with number 2, senior defense, Jackson Young. Number 3, senior captain, playing defense, Peter Anderson.
A beautiful afternoon at the Cardinal Stadium as we welcome you to Coon Rapids High School, home of the Cardinals, as they host the Totino Grace Eagles. Joe Yund along with Howie Shapiro and Jerry Grant. CTN live coverage of high school soccer. And guys, a couple of teams right in the middle of the pack looking for momentum.
Yeah, absolutely. Howie?
Yeah, no doubt about it. And, you know, I got, as this game, Bill Vance, the head coach for Totino, sent me a really nice email explaining a little bit about their season. He thinks it's going to be a real competitive game, back and forth type of game, and we'll see, Jerry, as that unfolds. I'm glad you're here tonight. I almost obviously did not make it, but I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, the three amigos are back.
Yeah, we're back. It was nice. The van from the home dropped you off on time. So
it beats last time when I was here alone, thinking I was doing color and like, hello.
But you're a trooper.
You did a fantastic job.
You really did, and we apologize for that.
I'm always here to help you two out.
Well, somebody has to. Because if it's just us, you see how just we're like a three-wheeled car, yeah, staying on the road, but just barely.
Oh my.
Cardinals will get first possession if we get the whistle, and we finally do. And they will work it all the way to their back line. Totino bringing some pressure, trying to force a turnover. They do momentarily. Cardinals able to get it turned around now along the near side. Comes 8 Haiju into the middle. It's skipped away from Bojang. Controlled by Liam Gill for the Eagles. They'll play it back to their back line.
Jerry, I know you're a student of the game. What have you learned about the Eagles in your preparation for tonight's match?
Not much.
Okay, good. Relax! You fit right in here so well. So, welcome to the Fly by the Seat of Your Pants Club. You're a charter member now.
I read the blurb you had. So.
Oh, good. So,
you already took that piece of information. What I've seen is two teams that score about the same amount of goals. Totino's, all of their games have been close. They have been able to score 4 wins in conference play, though, 4-2-2 against the Northwest Suburban, while the Cardinals just a couple. Diving save by Howard, but not out of the woods. Played out front, a big block in close. And Solvi coming up huge with a block for the Cardinals. It will result in a corner kick, but a little bit of a scramble and opportunity for Liam Gill.
Well, Coach, a nice athletic move to kind of get over Howard and then continue to have possession of the ball. But Coach Vance said, you know, their offense right now, guys, hasn't hit on all cylinders. They think that they're capable of a bigger offensive output than they've shown so far this season.
Tonga puts a big left foot into it all the way across to the near corner and out. And it'll be a Cardinal throw-in. Maybe a little extra, emotion early in the contest.
Yeah, the last time I was here, Howard made some great saves. And the problem for Coon Rapids is they kept letting balls get behind them on through balls, and had a lot of problems with that. Let's see if they can clean that up.
Good possession for the Eagles. Work it near side, and now Michelson in the middle. Back for Ramsey Awad. Cardinals able to wrest possession on the far side. Bojang working the middle of the wheel. The Cardinals not able to find a lot of room up the wing. Finally, Worku able to get it as far as midfield almost, but now the Cardinals turn it back over.
So far, Coon Rapids not able to get much going offensively.
Bojang long boot, and almost as if they were on cue, Adam Kish sprung behind the defense. but offside.
Yeah, and Coach Vance, guys, talked about Adam Kish in particular and the season he's having and how they have to mark him tonight if they want to be successful and try and take Coon Rapids out of their game plan.
9 goals in the first 10 games of the season. That's more than the Cardinals have scored in either of the last 2 years combined as a team. And Kish has 9 this season. They have 20, most since they scored 30 in the 2021 season when they went 8-8. Shot from a long way out, misses wide. It'll be a goal kick for the Cardinals.
Yeah, just wide.
The Cardinals will play the passing game and bring the offense in, try and use their speed from the back end. Long pass ahead, cut off before it gets to Kish, turned by Michelson at midfield. Cardinals bobble it. Kabisu will reset for Totino. Back on the near side, pushed ahead by Vincent Jacob into the corner, and will end up out the end line. Another goal kick upcoming for Coon Rapids.
That's one of the problems the Cardinals are having right now. They'll get the second, the third pass, and then that fourth or fifth pass just doesn't connect, and then they have to regroup and then recover to get back. So they have to keep working on getting 7, 8, 9, 10 passes strung together.
One booted out on the near side.
So far,
Mitch Goldbranson sporting the club. Young protecting the edge all the way to the end line, ends up with another goal kick for Coon Rapids. They're third already, and you always talk about that being an indicator for time spent in the defensive end.
You got it.
Long pass ahead, skips away from Warku. And right back to Eagle possession. That one bounced free. Goldbranson got it ahead, but another stop up by Totino Grace shy of midfield.
And the Cardinals just trying to do whatever they can to get the ball out of their own end. And they haven't been successful here early on. Good possession time by the Eagles.
Yeah, a lot of nice short passes, a lot of good organization, but they just are not able to find the spot in the midfield to start moving the ball forward.
Attacking the corner, Sovey defends well. Able to get the steal, bounce it off the attacker, and then gets out of the way to let it get out the end line and give Coon Rapids another goal kick. Fourth already. We're just getting to the 7-minute mark.
That's pretty lonely down there for the Totino goaltender.
Yeah, he hasn't had much to do so far here.
Young's boot was headed by Gill. I put all three of those words together and they came out wrong, weirdly enough. Ataga attacking to the corner. Gill, long run. There for it to defend is Young. He danced around it, not coming into contact with it, and gets Coon Rapids another goal kick. And I found this strategy interesting. It's clearly part of their game plan is on goal kicks. They pass, draw the offense in to try and then get behind them with speed. Now we finally see a big leg from Howard to get it back out near midfield. And it just seems, at what point do you, I was going to ask, do you abandon that and at least back them off by going deep once or twice?
Well, you have to, because their team sooner or later figures out that's what you're doing, and they crowd you up front, and you have nowhere to go.
When you get on that play defensively, the Eagles did just a good job of just eliminating and taking away what Coon Rapids wanted to do.
Yeah, good challenge. Good ball there.
Sovey able to get the steal, get it to Anderson. Kish into the middle, got away. That pass just a little too wide for Bojang in the middle. Long shot from Gill is well high of the mark, and another goal kick upcoming. And if you have a leg, whether it's Howard, whether it's Young, whoever, get it out to midfield. You do have a Gossip and Kish who are pretty solid attackers, and give them a chance to operate a little bit further away from danger zone.
And that's why you have so many goal kicks so far as well. You're just not able to get the ball past the midfield stripe up there and attack.
And give credit to the Totino Grace for keeping the ball down there and not letting Coon Rapids get any open field.
Bojang had it deflect away from him. Totino's pass, a little too much speed on it. No chance for Gelato to get to it. This is Jackson Young with a little bit of room for the Cardinals. Long pass ahead, misjudged a little bit by Jarju. He still challenges, but out of bounds in front of Loken Chaput.
There, we have the ball up here. Now you have to pressure, try to get the ball back. Like right there, step up.
Young heads it down. Goldbranson settles. Looks for Anderson on the right or on the left side. Pass broken up. Good step up there by 8 Haiju. 8 Haiju in the middle. Back for Goldbranson at midfield.
Yeah, that pass was open 5 seconds earlier. It's got to make it right away. Turn, look, distribute.
Landon Vance able to step up, tip it away out of bounds. Cardinals maintain possession on the throw in by Keegan Anderson. 8 Haiju gets it to Noah Akasip. Akasip trying to work down the left wing against Vincent Jacob. Jacob gets the takeaway, still in tight. Clear attempt, stopped up by Keegan Anderson, but it went off the hand. And it'll be a free kick for the Eagles.
Yeah, that time they had brief possession, but couldn't get anything. And the defense did a nice job of keeping them wide, not letting them get anything in the middle of the field, and then they end up getting a handball and turning it over.
2-man support, 1 man on the ball, 1 behind him, then you can pressure. Can't do that when you're alone.
No.
Anderson can't get through Vance on that left side. Ends up out the end line off the Cardinals. Another corner kick, second of the contest for Totino. They go short and then pass across to the back post. Header does not get clear. Bojang able to send it a little bit further away from the net, but Totino sends it right back in. Bojang steps up, puts a lot of foot to it behind the defense. Kish was in, but way away from his goal line was the keeper, Luke Brandt.
Yeah, he took a chance there, but did a good job of beating Kish to the ball.
Sorry, Everett Shuda.
I think he's done his homework.
Yeah.
Cardinals force it into the corner. First one there is Jacob. He defends the ball, holds him off, gets a goal kick for Totino.
That's how you negate the speed on the through balls. Goaltender very active, very smart. Ran up there, got up to about the 20. So he goes 30 yards from the goal.
Yeah, just got a boot on it, got it away, cleared it away out of harm.
Line drive boot out near midfield. Coon Rapids is going to be called for a little bit of push. And so they'll get a free kick from just on their side of midfield. Che Atanga starts the offense for Totino Grace. That one tipped away from Vance. Coon Rapids able to jump on it and turn it over. Bojang gets it ahead, now gets it back. Worku, one touch for Kish. Kish coming back to it. Will send it way back for Jackson Young. Young, long boot right up the middle. Knocked down by Jacob. Sent upfield, Tyler Michelson gets it ahead for Atanga. At midfield, near side for Jabari Kabisu. Kabisu Sends it into the corner. Race for Gelato.
Started, Howie, but he got there.
He did. He was aggressive enough to make sure he got the ball, but that was very, very close.
Yeah. He is right away. No
hesitation.
doubt. Right go. Yep. Just go. Just like that Totino goal he did.
It was a good setup, and there you see the speed, and
yeah,
Howard slides out and takes it away from Gelato.
Yeah, he just beat Gelato to the ball.
Jacob gets it to Michelson at midfield. Pressured, but gets away from Warku. Stopped up by the Cardinals. Back ahead for Omar Warku. Left side, Kish will give and go into the corner for McCossip. Speed for Kish around the corner, and he lost it out the end line. It'll be a goal kick for the Totino Grace Eagles.
Yeah, too bad, just a bad touch, and it got rolling on him. And
great opportunity.
Yeah, good one too.
Yep, no, absolutely, and you see that little burst at the end to get to the ball, but
you know, up on the shin pad, that's usually not going to give you the softest touch. But that's better. The ball's down this end.
Couple of long passes ahead, and Totino with a throw in just on the Coon Rapids side of midfield. Poitras throws it in. Gelato trying to gain the edge, get around the corner. Sove not having any of it. But it will be a throw in for Totino, pretty deep in Coon Rapids territory. You see the big club for Mitch Goldbranson.
You wouldn't want to get hit with it.
I would not want to get hit with that. Just, just swing it around.
Long throw in, headed away by Jackson Young. No, by Sovey in the back on the back end. Truett Dowlins will play it back for Jacob. Back end of the Totino Grace attack. Pass got away from Michelson, far enough for the Cardinals to break it up. Create a race down the near side, and 8 Haiju gets there for, excuse me, that's Jarju.
Whoa.
An opportunity and a huge save by Shutta. Knocked out the end line. It'll be a Coon Rapids goal kick. What a move for Tamsir Jarju.
Watch right through the legs, too, and the best opportunity for the Cardinals to score.
Nutmeg.
Right through the legs. And then great save by Shutta. Kind of reminded me of the old Jerry Grant movie.
No.
No?
I didn't have that.
You didn't have that kind of skill?
No, that was nice skill.
Yeah. When you were on the pitch for Coon Rapids, you didn't wow them?
I don't lie.
That's because you know too many people that could prove you wrong.
This is correct.
Sovey's corner was served to the short post, headed away out of bounds by Michelson, and we'll try again from the near corner.
Now, Carlos would love to get the first opportunity for a goal here tonight.
Tying the shoe or injury in front of him?
No,
just a shoe tie.
It's a shoe. I think his lace broke.
Okay.
He's going to have to come out. They should have like in racing, like a pit crew. Just go over there, just somebody quick change his shoe, tie it for him, put him right back in.
Box of shoes, and then you go.
What size are you again? Oh, 10 and a half. Okay, here we go.
Austin Hacker gets his first chance this evening as we creep toward the midway point. Sovey again, this time to the back post, punched away by Shutta. Regained by Kish in the midst of white jerseys. Totino finally able to force it out for Simon Gelato. Keegan Anderson forces him wide. He loses it out of bounds. And it'll be a Cardinal throw-in. They waste no time. Warku gets it back for Anderson. Goldbranson ahead for Kish on the left wing. It's kicked away from him. Cardinals intercept again, regain control, back for Young. Near side for Jarju, trying to dance around Chaput again. does. Finds a little more room into the middle for a Kasapa shot. Huge save. Rebound cleared by Vince Jacob.
Wow, what a nice shot. What a great save.
Great. I mean, it came up huge. I mean, and a great feed across in the middle and just a bullet.
Sovi long pass stopped up before it got to Akasip, but Jarju recovers again, making guys miss, gets tripped up in the box. No call. They say he stepped on the ball.
He was looking for a call.
Kabisu's long feed is taken away by Jackson Young just across midfield. Sovi will push it ahead. Played back for Young. Got away from him, but he recovers and gets it to Sovi. Into the middle, Akasip one touch. Tapped ahead again by Warku, but a little too far, and Totino Grace able to force it out of play.
See, Garzu there, just great moves, just good determination, just stay with that ball. And there's a concept.
Look at all the defenders he drew to him. He's got great footwork, keeps the ball in really tight, which makes it incredibly difficult to defend.
Yeah, and then the wherewithal to get a good shot like that off and just, shoot it with the big save.
Yeah, and he gets a little break right now to regroup and come back out and try that again. He's been dangerous.
Hacker plays it back for Young. Chip it back along the sidelines. It's settled by Billy Walsh for Totino into the middle. Great slide tackle from Keegan Anderson.
Yeah, that was needed because he was in.
Oh yeah, he might have scored had he not had that slide tackle. He was right inside.
Another strong defensive play from Anderson forces the turnover out of bounds. Gossip will fire it in behind, too far, and Shuda comes way out to put it back to midfield.
Yeah, 20-yard line again. Cardinals have to keep that in mind that they can maybe lob one over him,
right?
Something like that.
Yeah, because you give up a lot of field when you do that behind the net, behind you to the net.
It's a long 30-yard sprint to get back there.
Kabisu in the middle, plays it back for Chapit. His long pass stopped up by Sylvie. Branson touches it for Keegan Anderson on the run. He'll push it to the corner. Long run for Kish. He'll get there, trying to get around Jacob. Jacob able to hold the edge, stop it up, and get turned around.
Boy, Kish is quick.
And Jacob matches speed, and there he got nicked a little bit by Kish. So Jacob is all right. Coon Rapids settling in a little better here the last few minutes. They're moving the ball. They're trying to find some longer balls to get guys open. It seems to be working.
Yep. Yeah, it just took them a little while to get into their flow, and they have so far here. As we've got a little over 17 minutes remaining in the opening half.
Yeah, they've had the better scoring chances.
Yep, they really have.
Yeah, and the key so far has been that the defenders are just shielding those runners, not getting them a free run towards the goal, so that Howard's able to come out and get that ball.
Right.
Wad stops it up. Young to stop it for the Cardinals on the other side. Mustafa Bojang. His pass was deflected and taken away by Jacob. Back near midfield come to Tino Grace, but that one spins out of bounds I don't think that was the touch Truett Dollins was looking for.
No, too bad for Bojang. He had time in the midfield. He didn't have to make that pass right away. He could have turned, taken a look, taken 5-10 yards, made that a little more dangerous because then the defenders would have had to recognize him. Sometimes you want to take your time. You don't want to just kick it right away.
Well, no, sometimes I know you want to let those defenders maybe come to you a little bit. That way you'll have somebody behind you and you can give them the ball.
That's right.
Tamsir Charju, as we talked about, he's been dangerous.
He has.
Couple of really nice touches. Got himself a great scoring opportunity and then set up Akasa for another great scoring chance. Probably the best 2 scoring chances for either team.
Great.
In this first half. Unofficially, I have Coon Rapids with 2 shots on goal and Totino Grace with only 1.
I'm with you on that. So now it's official.
It is.
For us.
It's a young Grant production.
Howard able to, Jacob able to stop it up on the back end. Totino Grace in possession. Stringing some passes together, but now broken up by Jackson Young and sent back out of bounds right in front of the Eagles bench.
Young did the right thing. He got to the ball first. That's the key as a defender. Get there and don't let that player set it up.
Bojang trying to feed it through the middle and set something up for Noah Akasa. Broken up, sent out of play.
And again, you just keep the ball wide and you let them try and set up from the far side.
Bojang in the middle again. Outnumbered, Atanga. Had it knocked away from him out of bounds by Amina Inhaiju.
Coon Rapids doing a better job winning 50-50 balls.
Yeah.
How they're getting there, they're putting pressure on Totino. Unlike the game against Blaine, Blaine had a lot of time to do whatever they wanted to. You can't let a team do that because they'll pick you apart when they have skilled players. Pressure is always a good thing.
By the way, did you get paid double for the double time for that?
No.
No. You were the play-by-play and color analyst all
They
in
basically wanted me to do it for free as training.
Yeah.
See, Neil really never got anyone to do it with you. He never called Bill.
Well,
he just, let's see how Jerry does on his
Well,
own.
it's been 10 years since I've done play-by-play. Gee whiz. And
Admirable.
And you
admirable
I
job.
listened to you. You did a really good
well,
job.
thanks. I did my best.
And your best was mighty good.
After spending a lot of time down here the first 7 or 8 minutes, really haven't seen a lot of time at this end of the field over the last 8 to 10.
Ooh.
Chance from a long ways out and a goal for Logan Chapeau.
Whoa, that was from 28 yards out. He hit that one solid. And I'm not too sure if Howard saw it right away. It looked like he might have a little screening going on because he really didn't move till after his kick. That's too bad. Coon Rapids playing a really good game, and all of a sudden they get one shot and it goes in.
It looks like that's his first goal of the season.
Too much time, too much space. Yeah, there was a player jumping and trying to block that. You could screen, but yeah, 1,001, 1,002, yeah, 2 seconds. I don't know if it was tipped or
Well,
what.
and I know that's got to be frustrating for the Cardinals because they've really outplayed the Eagles here, especially in the last number of minutes.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, Totino goes up 1-0.
Yeah, just out of nowhere, open player in a bad spot. It's almost like a direct kick. You have that
Right.
much time. Yeah, 1-0, and get the next goal.
It's easy, right?
Should be.
Just don't let them get the next
No,
goal.
no. Well, and that's the thing. And sometimes when that one goal goes in, it seems like the second one follows
Right.
when the Cardinals are playing. They got just got to tighten up. No, don't let that happen. There's time there.
Played into the middle. Hacker can't clear. A shot point blank. Howard able to make the save. And just like that, it could have been 2-0.
Yeah, could have just.
And a corner kick upcoming. And the goal came, Sylvie actually got into a good position, got a decent header on it, but unfortunately went right to Logan Chapeau, who put it away.
Oh.
This one, You know, that's a clear that you have to get a lot more on. Billy Walsh, a great opportunity.
Yeah, Howard made a double leg save on that. That was really good.
That one settled and then sent across the goal mouth, and will spin out the end line, and Coon Rapids will get a goal kick.
Yeah, as a defender, you got to just win those balls. Anything in the 18 box, you just have to say, I'm winning that. Yeah. I'm not going to let them turn on me and challenge them. Don't let them get that open.
Yeah, because when they turn on you, that's when they've got the opportunity to put it in.
That's the danger.
Yeah.
Worku back in. Young trying to see what they were going to do, and then goes long. Akasip couldn't settle. Eagles work it back into the left corner. Hacker able to force it out. Throw in upcoming.
Yeah, that ball got to Akasip. He just wasn't able to settle it, but they're open players. He was found. Just have to settle the ball and find your support.
Throw it into the middle, headed off the post.
Cardinals were fortunate there.
Hacker able to get to it and force it out the far side.
Well, he was open.
Wow.
There's always supposed to be a player at that back post, and the Totino guy got there this time.
Yeah, I mean,
what happens.
Look how close this was to a
flick,
goal.
And there he is.
Del Toro Celis right off of the post. This one fired in on the turf, right on goal, and the diving save by Howard. He'll be able to punt it and get a little distance. Stopped up in midfield, but a steal right back for Akasip. Ends up out off the Cardinals on the far side.
He tried to keep it in, just couldn't do it.
Good hustle, good effort. Yep. Right there, don't let him turn. He had to go backwards. Pressure, got around him. Good through ball.
Kabisu puts it in behind, but offside called against Totino Grace. They had numbers.
They certainly did. They certainly did.
Number 9, Truett Dowlins, was leading the charge and the one who was called for the infraction.
I didn't quite see. I don't think they did it, but when you play a really organized defense, right on that kick, they'll take that 1/2 step up and get you offside. And I don't know if that
Let's see if we see that here.
No, they just were a little early.
Yep. I like the thought, though.
Oh, yeah, that's close.
Totino pushing it down the left wing for Del Toro Solis. Defended by Young.
Yeah,
another goal kick.
Another one. That's, what are they up to, about 7, 8?
8. And we still have a little under 9 minutes remaining in the half.
Haven't been as numerous the last 10 minutes, but the last few minutes, Totino's finding their stride
No
again.
sooner did I say that they hadn't spent much time down here. Bang, they score, and since have spent the last 5 minutes really on the attack, keeping the Cardinals on their heels. Branson.
There you go.
Will switch fields, get back near side for Keegan Anderson. Anderson bumped, loses it out of bounds. Totino on the throw-in.
Should have been a foul. He impeded Keegan's progress to the ball.
Branson will send it right back out.
Very nice to referees these days. You know why?
Why is that?
Hard to find them.
I bet I'm sure they are. Very difficult.
The fact of the matter is, it is a very difficult job, regardless of the sport.
Yeah.
And it's a thankless job, but it should be thanked a ton because you can't play without it.
No, you cannot.
Have you ever done it?
Not at this level.
Have you?
I did some refereeing when I was younger and decided I didn't want to do it.
Too much abuse.
Yeah, especially the softball on the weekends and the, the beer games. When
Oh,
you're the only
sure.
umpire. Oh, my. Some big guys with a bat in their hand and alcohol was not a good combination.
Probably not.
They didn't like striking out.
For all you high schools listening, you do not want to do. We're not condoning that at all.
No, we're not. Just saying it happened.
Down the near side, Billy Walsh. Deep cross stopped up by Jackson Young. Get it to add a nice touch to Adam Kish, working down the right wing. Trying to get around Chapeau. Back into the middle. A little give and go. Back for Kish in the corner. Kish crosses back to the top of the box. Only one there is wearing a white jersey and able to clear.
Yeah, I like the cross too. I like the thought behind it. Unfortunately, not a teammate there to receive it.
Well, you needed to have a teammate a little wider, a little more in tight on that side, and then that would have been dangerous. But no help on the midfield to get into that spot.
Young with pressure coming. Will heel pass back for Sovey. Shakes his hips to find a little bit of room, but his pass is intercepted. Billy Walsh, a little bit of green around him, trying to feed it in behind. Stopped up by Young, settled by Mitch Goldbranson. He'll get it right back, and Jackson Young, AJ Sovey. Jarju getting around a defender, trying to get it into the middle. Was broken up, had Alfonso Newfield filling that lane. Warku tripped up, and the whistle is blown. Totino fans didn't like it.
Yeah, he got some ball, but he also got.
He got a little bit of the body.
A little both.
Let's see it. We'll see it again here. He kind of gave him a little bit of a shove.
Yeah, got the leg and the hip at the same time.
This is a pretty good step over.
Yeah.
Good try.
And Warku able to get up and walk it off. Good news for the Cardinals.
The referee's got to get that three-man wall back a little bit. They're smart. They're at 7 yards, 8. That way, delay things, get your defense set up. A lot of room on the right. See that runner. That runner can go right across there. Oh, there he was.
Into the corner for Warku. Plays it back. Keegan Anderson well marked. And he's tossed off it. That's going to be a whistle. And another free kick from a dangerous spot.
Totino coaches him.
Warku able to come out of the group with it. Cardinals have a man down in the field to play. They work it to the far side, back into the middle. Kish can't settle. Still slow to get up.
Looks like it might be.
Give a cramp, maybe.
Oh, he's stepped on.
No, it's not a Casa.
No.
I think.
There goes the ankle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, got kicked right on the top of the shoelace with a cleat. He got cleated.
That never feels good.
I think that might be Alfonso Newfield. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. 18.
18. Yep.
Just used to seeing a gossip down there.
Well, and I noticed they've switched sides with everybody from where they were in the first half. We had on the left side, back mid, you had Keegan Anderson, and up front on the left attack was Kish, and they're both now on the right side.
Yep. Sometimes in-game strategy, if there was a little weaker defense on this side. But back to that direct kick, it was very smart. There was that opening on the right. They put it there and almost got something to happen. It's a good play.
3:30 remaining in the opening half. Totino Grace on the power of a Logan Chapeau goal. In the 27th minute, they have the lead. Kick save by Drew Howard.
Howard's been good on those, but Totino keeps finding a way to sneak around the defenders here. Just a little quick move.
He's able to get the shot off.
It's dangerous.
Fourth corner, they play it short instead. Michelson back up top. Akasip intercepts. Cardinals can't clear. Keegan Anderson had a header on it. Then Worku. Kish can't keep it away from Michelson. Totino Grace settles and gets readjusted from the near side. Back to the back line. Jacobs pass ahead. Will give and go with Liam Gill. Had it taken away by Worku. In the middle, Connor Young. Helps get it back to the left side of the field. Back in the middle comes Jarju. Jarju looking to get it through to Adam Kish. Kish into the corner. Has a one-on-one. In deep, just trying to loft it over to the backside and taken away by the keeper.
Shuda has some size on him, some height on him as well, so he's able to get up there and play that ball.
Yeah, he's played a good first half.
Yep. Both goaltenders.
Both,
yep.
Yes. Good job by Anderson recovering there.
Kish trying to get around the corner, not able to do so. And it is going to be called for.
Well, you can use your shoulder just a little more like a hockey check, just a little bit
He
more.
is a hockey player.
Yes,
well,
he is.
Yeah, that was a good check. I liked it.
right.
But I mean, I was close to being a perfect challenge because he used his shoulder. Just got his arms a little bit out there at the end.
Ramsey Awad boots it. Goldbranson stops it up for the Cardinals. Solvey steps up, puts it to the back line, stopped up by Jacob. In the middle, Michelson, long boot, stopped up by Young. Good pressure though coming. And that's going to take us to the final buzzer. Totino Grace, a goal in the 27th minute. That's the difference. Both teams had their chances. Only the Eagles cash in. We'll take a break, be back with the second half after this on CTN. back at the Cardinals Stadium, and the Totino Grace Eagles a 1-0 lead over the Cardinals, and both teams had their chances. Drew Howard coming out to challenge and break that one up, and another one just ahead of Simon Gelato. Cardinals have gotten some shifty moves from Tamsir Jarju. He set himself up. Great diving save by Everett Shuda. And then he draws 3 defenders, and beautiful setup for Akasa. But again, Shuda able to make the save. And then in the 27th minute, on a kind of breakdown and long shot home for Logan Chapeau, only goal of the contest. A couple other good chances for Totino Grace down the stretch, but just a 1-0 lead.
You know, it almost seemed, Jerry, after that goal, Cardinals have been playing pretty well up until when they let in that goal, that long one, and it kind of took a little air out of them for a bit. So, but only down 1-0. They've had plenty of opportunities here. You know, an opportunity to see if they can come up and quickly tie it.
Well, they played a good half of soccer, just one goal, and other teams are going to score. That's not a big deal. You have to respond, and they did respond. They had some good opportunities, some good saves on the other end. So just keep pressing, see if they can get that one goal, and then go from there. So.
Yeah, it's interesting how the momentum swung so severely from one side to the other and then back again. It was Totino controlling most of the action for the first 10 minutes or so. Coon Rapids controlling for the next 10 or 15, and then the last 10 or 15 went to Totino Grace.
We'll see if the sun becomes a factor for the goaltender, as Howard is now facing the sun in the second half.
Yeah, you can see him. He's already shading his eyes, looking right into that sun.
Something to consider as the home team.
This one out of bounds off the header of Amin Aithaiju.
I heard he has a sunny disposition.
He has a sunny disposition. Well, trust me, on that ball looks like a big orb of fire coming
right at you. It's
not real good,
especially when it's shot from relatively in close. The orb of fire.
Michelson's throw in, headed just wide.
Yeah, Michelson is dangerous on that throw. He's a weapon. People need to know that. He can throw that far. Vincent
Jacob getting good position and
look at that.
Put a strong header on it and just misses wide.
Well, you knew he had that opportunity.
Clear attempt is broken up. The turning shot is over the net and out of play for Gelato. Laid on the turf for a while afterwards, just replaying in his mind how close he was on the turnover.
Well, I'm sure look at the adjustment right away. Look at how Totino is reacting to that short goal kick.
This one out off of Kish. Quick throw in for Totino Grace. Kabisu into the corner. They bring numbers, play it out to the top of the box. Keegan Anderson able to break it up momentarily. Getting it back is Dolans. Dolans, far side. Trying to get away from Young. His pass into the middle, broken up by A.J. Sovey. Eagles will reset back out near midfield. Gelato trying to turn towards the corner. Long shot. Drew Howard diving to his left to make the save.
Well, it's looking a little bit how he liked the start of the first half, where all of a sudden there's a lot of space in the midfield. You have to tighten that up because Totino is seeing that and they're attacking.
Oh, we talked about it earlier, Jerry. You do not want to give up that second goal if you're Coon Rapids. Not at this point.
Not in soccer.
No.
Cardinals get it down to the Eagles' end, but Totino able to forced a turnover. The clearing attempt rolls off the back of Keegan Anderson and out of bounds.
Yeah, that's all right. He challenged the ball. That's his job. Don't get them all, but he slowed their attack down.
You know, Jerry, when you played soccer, long time ago, didn't they call the corner of the field? Didn't they call that Grant's tomb because you always contains your opponent?
No.
No?
No, they did. I had nothing named for me.
I thought you did. I thought that was your corner.
No, that's something you keep bringing up. And I'm still young enough.
I'm willing it.
I'm young enough where I don't like hearing that.
I'm willing it into existence.
Gelato with speed around the corner, gets out front, cuts back, a shot, a kick save for Drew Howard.
Okay.
And I think he might have been better off just continuing on to the middle of the net.
Probably right.
Yep.
But if you aren't confident in your left foot, get off a strong shot. He did get Young leaning a little bit, tried to capitalize, come back.
Yeah. There was Howard's foot again.
Yep.
3 kick saves. Another corner. In swinger. That was good play. With a post defender just kicked that out of bounds. That's trouble.
This is Omar Warku with the clear. Tyler Michelson. Again, long throw in into the middle, headed away by the Cardinals, settled by Kabisu. He's challenged. Poked away from him, ends up off of Sabiju, out of bounds. Kabisu. And a goal kick for Coon Rapids.
Good moves, but good defense there. Just did not let him get to the middle. Let's see if they mix up the goal kick here and go long. Nope. And turned over at the 20, and they got it back.
Stolen back by Omar Warku. It's challenged, but gets it ahead to Akasip and gets it right back on the run, and then
he took a spill.
Slips at midfield and turns it over to Landon Vance.
There you go. Get out there and get this.
Through ball much too far.
That's again, being decisive and getting out there before your opponent gets to the ball.
Another turnover right there in that short kick. You can mix that up because Totino is all over that.
Sovey stops it up. Hacker keeps it in. Tried a little give and go, but Branson put it a little too far. Be a throw in for Totino near midfield.
Well, that really is a club, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Hacker just couldn't make the turn quick enough to get to that space.
Sovey able to tip it away from Gelato out of bounds.
And Cardinals get the throw. Must have ticked off the Totino player.
Warku into the corner. Kish not going to be able to get there before it runs out of bounds.
Out swinger, he needed an in swinger, Howie.
Didn't get that, what you needed.
It's a tough pass sometimes to make, which side of the foot to kick it with.
Usually it's the right side of the foot, isn't it?
Sometimes it's going to be the left.
It's never the wrong side.
No, definitely not. Could be the back side of the foot.
Bojang in the middle, gets around Vance, knocked to the turf, and Coon Rapids is going to have a great opportunity for a free kick here.
Yeah, they're going to be in a pretty good spot.
Let's see what Totino does this time. Again, they put the wall 4 yards away to buy time.
Head coach.
If you do that 5 times in a row, you usually pull out a card and give them the message that quit doing that.
Got a glimpse of head coach Bill Vance. Started his coaching career, Jerry, in 1995
Wow.
at Shattuck St. Mary.
That is a long career coming
yep,
up on 30,
yep,
huh?
Yep.
Well, good for him.
Yes, absolutely.
Bojang sends it into the pack. The Eagles able to get a couple of headers on it. And
Dangerous play for the bicycle kick.
Omar Warku going for the bicycle kick that drew the whistle. And Totino just trying to catch the Cardinals napping a little bit, get bodies down to the other end, and that's what they've done.
Now it's offside. I thought it was earlier, but that flag took a while to come up.
Austin Hacker checks back against Giletto. Stepped over by Bojang in the middle. Comes back to Giletto near side. Pressured by Keegan Anderson in the corner. Or sorry, that's Austin Hacker. Those two tie up and go down, no whistle. And fortunately for Hacker, because that was just inside the box.
Yes.
Michelson steps back to find a little bit of room, gets some support there from Vance. Into the middle, stopped up by Young. Funny spin on the ball, and then Jarju knocked down in the middle, and that'll draw the whistle. I'm not liking to see him come up limping.
He's, yeah, he's a little bit of a limp there. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, it hurts when you get kicked.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Coon Rapids works it as far as midfield before being interrupted by Totino Grace, and they're the whistle for a little bit of a hold. Free kick comes to AJ Sovey. Ahead, Akasov touches it looking for Kish, but that's broken up. Foot race back the other way, won by Sovey. Steps around Giletto. Steps around Kabisu as well. And here's Akasov.
There's a good ball.
Totino able to stop it up and quickly get numbers back the other way. Branson, good body to just bump Giletto off of it a little bit, give his teammate an opportunity to clear. Just over 10 minutes into the second half, still just the one goal on the board. That one coming in the 27th minute for Totino Grace's Logan Chapeau.
Totino's been looking to Giletto a lot this half, Howie.
Yeah. There's Bill Vance, as we talked about. He sent us a nice email kind of giving us a synopsis of his team and what his thoughts on the season and
much
Coon
appreciated
Rapids as well. Absolutely.
Kabisu able to keep it away from the Cardinals, but then his pass intercepted, but turned right back over by Aid Haichu. Eagles possessing well, not showing any urgency. And that pass kind of slips through, and here's Jackson Young with Giletto pressuring. Sovey's pass deflected, he gets it back. That one touch did not go where they wanted it. Kabisu puts it through the uprights. It's not going to do much
No.
on a Tuesday evening. Come back on Friday night.
Yeah, you might get a point, you might get 3 points depending on where you are. However, that was something that he had a good opportunity, guys, and he just put too much air under it.
And it's on, Coon Rapids wants to run the wheel. I get it. A lot of one touch, give and go. But you have to know where that one touch is going. And it went right to Jabari Kabisu with a lot of room. And I think if he knew how much room he had, he would have taken a little more time and put a shot on goal.
Yeah, and he's their goal scorer. I think he has 11 goals this season, so it's not the guy you want with the opportunity out in front of the net.
Branson's pass ahead is broken up. Headed down by Jackson Young. Jarju into the middle for a Kasip. Down low, and Warku just in a step too early.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but and again, the shot wasn't where it needed to be, regardless. But you want to make sure you stay inside when you get those kind of opportunities.
You have to run down the line of the defender. You can't run towards to get behind them vertically. You got to go a little horizontal and just time your cut then on the kick of the ball. It's a timing thing.
Oh, yeah,
it's hard to do because it's just a microsecond and you're off. Good opportunity, good try though. Just like that one.
This one pushed in behind, a chance for Kish. Kish's shot, a save by Shuda. And the Eagles are able to clear it out of danger.
That's a big save by Shuda, because here's your goal scorer coming in all alone.
Yep, he came out and challenged him, and I think the defender was on Kish's right shoulder, so he couldn't cut back. But it's a good goaltender. Yep, there's the defender, so he can't go back to the middle, and the goalie's just like right there waiting.
Gets a piece of it.
Too bad he didn't have a late runner to the far post. That would have been a tap in. But good opportunity, Joe.
Yep.
Young to 8. Haiju tried to give it back. Kabisu intercepts. He leads down the left wing. He's got help coming down the right post. The shot kicked away again by Drew Howard. Long shot as well wide, and another goal kick upcoming.
Great goaltending tonight. Both these goalies are putting on a clinic of making some really good saves. It could be a 3-2 game.
It very well could be.
Again, unofficially,
of course,
have Totino Grace with 10 shots on goal.
Wow, that's a lot of shots.
Four for Coon Rapids, and really all 4 of Coon Rapids' shots have been pretty good scoring opportunities.
Yes, they have. Well, there's that turnover again. They're going to have to work on that goal kick play because it's causing them a lot of problems on the turnover. And then the other team is already within your 30 yards from the goal, and they can make things happen in a hurry.
Kabisu turning in the middle. His shot blocked by Jackson Young. Connor will love that I called him.
Yeah, exactly.
Called Jackson Connor.
We've done that over the years.
Connor was just standing there ready to check in. Worku able to get that one away, trying to force it through to Kish. And he is well marked. A lot of white jerseys around number 10 everywhere he goes. There's Connor Young playing it back to Jackson. Slight difference in size.
I would say.
As Jackson may be the tallest on the team, and well, Connor's not.
No. He may be the most vertically challenged on the team.
He wins the Heart over Height.
Young trophy.
The Young Heart over Height award.
Good play there by Sauvé.
Although it looks like Connor's grown over the summer.
I'm sure he has.
I could see eye to eye with him last year at basketball season. This one pushed into the corner. Another opportunity for Kish. Kish trying to find a little bit of room. Now clearing to the back corner.
Too bad.
Well defended.
Yep, gave that away too easy at the end.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say.
Nice push.
I
Nice
didn't know
bench press.
I didn't know they were going to blow the whistle first. It didn't seem like it, but yeah, that was an obvious infraction.
The one thing that's changed this half is we haven't seen much of Jarju.
No.
He's been
He
under
was.
wraps.
He was. I think was he limping earlier?
You know, maybe that's part of it, but he was a good player the first
yeah,
half. Was
absolutely.
very dangerous. Well, only 21 minutes to go. Rapids has to get something going here.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, the longer it goes, the more you press.
Worku, a nice step up and gets the takeaway from Michelson. He's got a little bit of room on the run. Gets it through to Kish, stopped it up. Trying to come back to it. Gets support from Noah Akasip. Akasip. A little bit of room working to the corner out front. Too tall for Christian Alvarez Gonzalez.
I love the thought. A great through. He was right there for it, just as you mentioned. Just a little too much.
And then on the back end, Kapisu on the breakaway. Goes to his right, has the whole net, and he scores.
Just like
Speed
that.
kills.
Yep.
One opportunity the other end, and down they go because there was just a big gap there. And
Yep, and you
wrong
know,
guy to have in a break.
I was going to say, a player of that skill set. I mean, you're going to see him just go behind the defense, and as you mentioned, Jerry, had that whole far side of the net to work with. They had the whole net to work with.
He got inside position on the through ball, and that's you don't give up the middle of the field and without having problems.
So that's goal number 12.
Too bad. Very competitive game, but that's a tough goal with 20 minutes left.
Well, yeah, now all of a sudden you get a little bit of a cushion with, as you mentioned, 20 minutes remaining.
Yeah, you can.
Worku plays it back for Jackson Young. Pete Haiju. Back for A.J. Sylvie. Into the middle, Omar Worku. Now Mustafa Bojang. Back for Worku. Near side, Munson had to stop up for it. Will settle, play it back into the middle. Bojang back for Worku near side.
Overlap, get him. There you go.
Munson into the middle and just over the head of Connor Young. Cardinals again looking for Alvarez Gonzalez in that back corner. The Eagles able to deny them.
No, this is the kind of soccer I like to see them play. They really have been making some nice passes and controlling the ball up till that point. But
Cabiso comes up, forces the steal, but then has it taken right back by Jackson Young. 8 Haiju into the middle, headed away by Ramsey Awad.
all you can do is just keep pressing at this point, but you don't want to give up any more breakaways. So you always got to be aware of that.
Well, now all of a sudden the pressure's on your shoulders being down by 2. I mean, you've got to try and get your first goal here relatively soon so you can work on, you've got some time to work on getting that second. But Got to get the first one.
It's a good start to the run in the corner. Uh-oh. Kabisu with room the other way. He's got another one.
And made that one look easy. Again, he just gets behind the defense, able to control the ball with his chest, put it down to where he needs it to be, and then puts it in the back of the net.
Yeah, just again, a long through ball, and the defense was not able to get to it first.
Yep.
With the bounce and the speed of the player, and it's a done deal.
That was off his head, not his chest.
Yep, it's too bad because Coon was playing a really good game. Then all of a sudden, just like I saw against Blaine, 1-2 right away, and then the game's pretty much over at that point, just because of a couple little things that happen to you. But they have to keep working to play like they were for a while. They're controlling the ball, doing some nice things, and then just a turnover and a through ball that gets to their speedy player, and it's 3-zip.
Well, and I'm hoping they can at least get one.
Well, it'd be nice. They deserve
Because
it.
I don't want to have invoked the broadcast jinx.
Well,
when I spoke last night on Sports Night about the fact they made it 10 games into the season without having been shut out this season. And that's impressive for this program, because last year, 10 games into the season, they had 3 games that they had not scored in. They did have one of those was a 0-0 tie.
Yeah.
However, the year before that, they had 7 or 8 of their first 10 games that they did not score in. Ended up with 10 games being shut out 2 years ago, including 5 of their first 6. Last year, they finished with 8 shutout games, including their last 6 in a row. So big reason why coming in here, Coach Backberg's focus was increase the offense, which clearly they have done. 20 goals this season. That's a considerable improvement over the 8 they had in each of the last 2 seasons. In 2021, these Cardinals were 8-8, and they did score 30 goals that year.
Well,
but think about that, is 10 games into the season, and Adam Kish has more goals than the last 2 seasons the Cardinals have had all year.
Yeah.
That's impressive, and hopefully they, as you mentioned, there's still time to try and mount something offensively and avoid that shutout. Otherwise, they're going to bring out the Joe Young dartboard and start throwing darts at them.
And no one would blame them. It's. I'm sure there's one around in the field house, or perhaps in the storage garages here at the stadium.
There's one in the shed. It's the Joe Young bobblehead.
Well, you know,
from
the
that
sad
promotion.
thing is they're doing good things tonight. They just haven't been able to score because of good goaltending.
Absolutely.
Stoned them a couple times.
Yes,
but
for sure.
When they've made a couple of mistakes on that quick transition game, it just opened the game right up.
Yeah, and give credit to Totino because they took advantage of those opportunities.
Yes, they did.
Cardinals trying to build something down in tight in that corner, but pass ends up out the end line, and a goal kick for Everett Shuda.
It was a lovely evening, though, isn't it?
It's a beautiful evening.
What a nice night to play.
You know, it's
anything.
It's a good night to play too.
And they were way offside. They had 2 players offsides. They caught them that time.
That was an easy one to call.
They're licking their chops.
I'll tell you, the 2 breakaways both looked suspicious, but certainly the first one, I thought he had to have gotten behind before, because he was so far ahead of Jackson Young down the left wing on the first of his 2 breakaway goals.
Nice ball
being
there.
Jabari Kabisu into the corner, and another one, and they're piling it on. Truett Dowlitz gets in close and scores.
I mean, you make a little mistake and you end up having to pay for it, unfortunately. And just to give credit to him, nice goal. Able to get past the defense.
Well, you look here, defensively, there's 1-2 players there, but there's
just not
that
getting to it.
second player had to get over and support his first player to take that away.
Well, Howard got a piece of it, but obviously not enough.
Truett Dowlitz makes it 4-0. 3 goals in just under 6 minutes.
triangulation and support are so important in soccer. Defensively, you always have to have two players between the ball and that goal, so that if the first one misses, the second guy can step up and the first guy can recover. But otherwise, you just get too many breaks.
But of course, a little bit of it can be attributed to the Cardinals becoming a little more aggressive, feeling that urgency, really trying to force the issue. Really led to Kabisu's ability to get both breakaways, and the further you fall behind, the more urgent it becomes, the more.
But yeah, and then all of a sudden time isn't your friend, and now you're in a little bit of trouble.
You got your midfield pushed up, and there's no support in the back end.
Bojang gets it ahead for Jarju. Tamsir Jarju working across the field. Anderson waits for it. Now in just out of the reach of Alvarez Gonzalez, and it's played out of bounds by Vincent Jacob.
Nice passing up to that point again. Just the Eagles step in and clear it out of bounds.
Anderson back to Sovey, and his pass will skip out of bounds. Simon Giletto got a little trampled there near midfield. Couple of Cardinals.
Spike marks on his back.
And then you know you played, though. If you've got those cleat marks on your back, you know you really got into it.
You were in the game.
Yeah.
Well, back in the old days, of course, it wasn't artificial turf. It was nice grass and mud.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Especially on a little rain. You get a little rain, and all of a sudden it gets slippery and muddy and
fun.
And that's when you contained your opponent in the corner.
That's where your slide tackles were always a good time.
Exactly. You could slide about 12 yards.
You could.
I will say this. For the first 20 or so years of our coverage here at CTN of Coon Rapids Athletics, every fall you would hear from the soccer coaches how horrible the football team tore up the field.
Yep.
And from the football coaches how horribly the soccer teams tore up the field.
Right. Well,
none of those arguments have surfaced over the last 5 or 6 years.
No, you haven't had to worry about it
since the turf game.
Love this field.
Oh, here's an opportunity. Michelson, and a huge save by Drew Howard. May have taken that one off the chin, but he makes the save.
Well, it is a different game on the artificial turf. The ball bounces like you saw in those couple breaks. It's a good bounce, and through it goes. This nice save again. Comes out to challenge. Pretty good game.
Yep.
4 goals against is really not what he deserves.
No,
he played well.
I totally agree. And just give credit to Totino Grace for just doing a good job of taking advantage of opportunities they've been given.
Way beyond the back post. It was over the head of Billy Walsh. Trying to settle and get it back out front, but ends up out the end line in another corner, this time from the far side.
Sub there, Totino.
Well, you're up 4-0. You get some guys that may not get a lot of varsity time. You get some guys into the action.
Del Toro.
Benicio?
Dolan's trying to work his way through the middle of the field. Finally broken up, cleared back out near midfield, but stopped up there by Ramsey Awad. He plays it into the corner, and it'll be forced out of bounds. Last touch by the Cardinals. Dowlins drops it back. Chapeau tried to get it back to Dowlins, ends up out of bounds off the Cardinals. No. Bad pass. It's Cardinal throw it.
Under 10 minutes remaining in this one. Cardinals looking to see if they can get that goose egg off the scoreboard.
Tell you, make me breathe a little bit easier.
Oh yeah, otherwise you're in a whole heap of trouble.
Good step up there by Haiju. Turned over at midfield, and Eagles trying to come back. Amin Haiju steps in to take it away, and then gets run over by Giletto, and that'll draw the whistle.
Under 10 minutes. Time is marching here.
Kish trying to attack 1v3. That didn't work out so well. Akasip stops it up off the soft clear. Sends it back for Anderson. Trying to center. And that was deflected back out of bounds off of Logan Chapeau.
Cardinals get a throw in.
Direct kick. Rough play down in there.
Mustafa Bojang a little bit slow to get up.
Looks like he took a little bit of fall on the shoulder.
It's a good spot for the Cardinals.
Yeah, 25 out.
Noah Kasab lined up behind the ball, looking to strike.
Got Anderson open on the left.
Tried to go direct, blocked by the wall of Totino Grace. Alvarez Gonzalez challenging with Jacob.
Good block. That's not an easy job in there.
No.
Ball coming right at your head.
No, it's you got to just stay there and take your lumps.
Kasip in the middle from a ways out. Save for Everett Shuda.
Shuda's been good. He's a good goaltender.
He really is a good goaltender. He's been aggressive. He's been good on the angles. And
Jarju stops it up, but can't control. Michelson flips it into the Cardinal end.
I mean, that save he made in the Kasip in the first half was big. That could have turned the game around for Coon Rapids. Get on the board there.
Keegan Anderson tripped up a little bit, no call. Played to that back post, trying to get a chance for Jarju, and he just couldn't quite get there before it was tapped away out of bounds. And Nate Haiju was sandwiched between a couple of Totino defenders, and this will be another one that's in pretty close. He's got a smile on his face. He'll take that one for the team.
no, the Cardinals just want to get that zero off the scoreboard. They'll take those opportunities in close all day.
Just crossing under 5 minutes remaining second half. Totino Grace had one in the first, and then a spurt of 3 in 6 minutes midway through this second half. Really opened it up. Sovey fires it wide. And that's the first shot attempt that I have by the Cardinals that was not on goal.
Yeah, okay.
I may be incorrect. That's why these are unofficial.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Was it Kosip's on goal, the last direct kick? I can't remember. It was just about 2 minutes ago.
No, it was a block.
It was a block.
Yep.
Well, it's always nice to shoot the ball at the goal, but you know,
right.
it'd be good to run a play or two as well.
Well, I suppose that is technically a shot attempted.
Yeah.
It did not make it on goal.
That's right. Yeah, the guy took it in the face for the team. That's right.
Yes, he did. Connor Young put it a little too far in front of Bojang.
Well, here comes some speed again.
Yep.
Giletto definitely has that.
Oh,
And he took a hard hit from.
That should be a card, but you know what?
It is.
You,
I think so too. I think he's reaching.
You get tired of him running free like that. No, no card.
I thought he showed him a card.
That sure as heck should have been a card. I was like, okay, I've had
Yeah,
enough.
that was the that was the shoulder bump.
Talk about a solid body check. That was it right there. And Giletto will get the chance to take the free kick as well.
Open player on the right side here. No one's seen him defensively. Number 5 is
It's
a
Vincent
dangerous shot.
Jacob. He's a dangerous one as well. They
Oh,
go direct off the post, and the rebound is up and out of play.
That was a great shot, great opportunity.
Yeah, he just leaned back a little bit rather than keep his body over the ball, and that would have been number 5.
Yeah.
Good curve, good swinger out. Just kind of jumped.
Oh yeah, and he put his hands on his head. He knew he had that wide open net.
So the first one, I thought it just got the post, but I think Howard got a piece of it to knock it off the post.
Okay, good for Howard again.
So I'm going to count that as a shot on goal. Unofficially number 15 for the Totino Grace Eagles.
That's a lot of shots in a soccer game.
Well, yeah, they won last week against Spring Lake Park 7-1, and according to the Soccer Hub, he had 16 saves and he gave up just the 1 goal. And they, I think, only showed Coon Rapids for about half that many shots. Like they had 7 goals on, I think, 10 or 12 shots.
Well,
but I never know how reliable that is.
No, we don't. But we saw today, Howard's played a very solid game.
Yes.
Bojang in the middle, looking for some room now, looking for some help. Warku has it tipped away out of bounds.
And he was pushed nicely after it was out of bounds. Should have been a direct kick.
Ooh, a nice step over move by Rafael Del Toro Solis. Del Toro Solis stops up his pass. Cross the Cardinals up, a great chance in tight, but Lochner sends it just wide, and another goal kick upcoming.
Well, he's the same player that missed that one off the rebound just a moment ago in front of the net. Again, had a great opportunity to settle it and get a good strike on it, but didn't put what he wanted to on it and pushed it wide.
Under 45 seconds remaining. And boy, I hope the Cardinals score at least 1 next game.
Yes.
Because I now feel the pressure, the shame.
Well, they have their chances.
So anybody,
the goaltender.
anyone wants to complain to Joe is number 763-555-5555.
A lot of 5s.
8675309.
Oh, that one. It's still available.
I think that one's been blocked in every area code
I think
for forever and ever.
I think Jesse's girl has that number.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a ball game, gentlemen.
It is, and after about 60 solid minutes, things went south for the Cardinals defensively for 5 or 6 minutes, and all of a sudden that lead was insurmountable.
Yep.
And of course, the first one ends up being the game winner as the Cardinals are shut out for the first time this year.
Yeah, it's too bad. They had good opportunities, very good goaltending on the Totino side, as we've mentioned many times, and they just had a couple of breaks go the wrong way there in the second half, and then the game turned.
So the Cardinals will fall to conference rival Totino Grace, and that will do it for this edition of CTN Sports. I want to thank everybody out for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro and Jerry Grant, I'm Joe Young. Saying good night. As the sun sets to the west, the Coon Rapids girls soccer team gets ready to host Northwest Suburban Conference rival Totino Grace. And it's all live on CTN. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro, and Jerry Grant up in the booth as we get ready for game 2 of this soccer doubleheader. The Cardinals have had their struggles this season, to say the least. They have, and Totino comes in as a challenge for the Cardinals, and they obviously love to get off the schneid and get a win here tonight with Coon Rapids, but they've definitely been struggling.
Well, the key for them is, again, try to work on ball control, try to control the ball, make sure you play good defense, and battle. I mean, half of soccer is battling, winning 50-50 balls, and trying to make sure you're always recovering when you get beat. Just make it harder for the other team.
Here we go.
Well, Totino Grace just 3 wins, but only 2 losses, 5 ties so far this season. And they are undefeated in their last 5, going 2-0-3 over that stretch. As we get close towards playoff time, just a couple of weeks remaining in the regular season, the Cardinals will close out their home schedule on Thursday when they take on St. Paul Johnson, and then they have a couple of road games next week, and that'll be it.
Yeah, if they could find a way to get a win or 2 between now and the time section happens, they get an opportunity to get a little momentum. But it's been, as you said, Joe, it's been a struggle.
Yeah, 0-11 coming in.
Yep.
No, we've always talked about seniors and what they do for you, and there are not a lot of seniors on this team.
Well, you saw.
Unfortunately, they have a couple of stars that are definitely seniors.
Yep.
So the few that they have, their impact or loss will be definitely felt. This is one of them right here, a long shot for Sophia Backery, but right on the netminder, and she has no problem.
Well, you saw the girls program as well not too long ago. You know, they played against Blaine and also the program, and they've had some growing pains.
Well, they played a good game up to it, kind of like the boys. Got to a certain point, and then Blaine was able to put a couple goals in a row in a short time period and open it up.
Backery getting in the way, getting a steal, and getting things turned upfield quickly. Pass was a little bit behind Addison Erickson, and Totino quickly gets it turned back around. Maddie Smuck in the middle, taps it ahead for Frieden in close. She scores, and a very, very early lead for Totino Grace.
Yeah, again, she just got behind the defense, did a good job of controlling the ball, and then puts it in the back of the net.
Just the 3rd minute, and just a great soft touch from Smuck. Frieden has time, settles it, spots it, and puts it home.
Well, as you said, Joe, gets that early lead.
Eagles trying to attack right away. Broken up, sent out of bounds by Maya Thomas. Leah Williams boots it away. That's stopped up by Munsinger. Coon Rapids gets it right back. Another steal, this time for Liz Thompson. In the middle, Grace Cruz will give and go. It's out of her reach. Bounces away from Williams. Wide open net, and this one sent in easily by Crystal Munsinger, capitalizing on the Cardinal miscue.
Well, Jerry, that's when your goaltender is being aggressive and it doesn't work out for her favor.
Yeah, you just have to call that pull their player off and get the ball. And that's just a communication thing right
Yeah.
there. It's like, okay, she does have it. And then, yeah, just got all mixed up in the middle of all that. And unfortunately, a Totino girl was right there in the net.
It doesn't get much easier than that.
No.
Already 2-0.
2 goals just over a minute apart. And up 2-0 less than 3 minutes into the contest.
Yeah, you're already in a big hole, and you know, and when you're struggling like that,
Yes.
it makes it compounds it.
Well, and especially when it seems everything seems to bounce opposite
Yep.
your favor. But yeah, clearly, you know, good pressure pays off to get goal 1, and then you know, just again getting bodies in the right spot, capitalizing on the Cardinal miscue, jumping out to that 2-0 lead. That one skips off the foot of Frieden. LeClaire had it knocked off her foot. Bailey Rao recovers. She had it stripped away by Frieden. Gets it ahead for Cruz. She's bumped off it, but no call. Rao will boot it back ahead. That's stopped up. And early on, Totino doing a nice job of transition. They stop it up. They get it right back to their forwards and get right back to work.
Yep, they are definitely using the middle of the field to push it wide, build their attack, and it's working.
That time she couldn't keep the ball in bounds.
Pushed ahead down the left wing for Cardinals. That shot blocked. Another shot attempt blocked, and finally cleared away by Faith Zernicki.
Yeah, that was a good opportunity there. Moved the ball down nicely. Got some shot opportunities.
Frieden again working across the field. Sends it ahead for Cruz. Cruz in a foot race, taps it to the corner. Job holding the edge by Maya Thomas, but forced to play it out the end line. It'll be a corner kick upcoming for Totino Grace.
There's head coach Matt Thibodeau.
You can tell the offense goes through Cruz. She's doing a nice job tonight controlling the ball.
Well, and that was another situation where almost got behind the defense again, where they were looking for that 3rd goal of the evening.
Served into the middle, that bodied off the post, and Williams able to dive on top of it.
Yeah, she
had a great angle off the body. I didn't see who it was.
Well, she had to quickly pounce on that ball because it hit, as you said, it hit that corner.
Yeah, it was kind of a shoulder check.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if that could have been a handball. Sometimes you use your arm as a propellant.
Right.
But it wasn't even the. I would argue that was a shoulder.
Yeah, it was a shoulder.
She kept her arm in.
Well, the referees,
a solid check.
The referees agreed with you.
Yeah.
Either way, it banked off the post. It was very close to being successful.
Yes.
Just get your body in the way and try and redirect it. That's the name of the game. And if they're going to call you, they're going to call you.
Yeah.
But yeah, great effort. It went off the post, and Aaliyah Williams, fortunately for Coon Rapids, able to dive on it and keep us at 2-0. Backery using some speed to get between a couple of defenders, and then stopped up by Katie Thomas. And quickly back on the attack come the Eagles. Cruz working it between a couple of Cardinal defenders. Her pass a little too long for Frieden. Taken away by the Cardinals. Streeper into the corner, working against Caitlin Griffith. Griffith able to force her to lose it out of bounds.
A couple of substitutions for Coon Rapids.
Well, Coon Rapids needs to get the ball to Bakri more because she's the one making things happen.
Callie Alphin's throw in over the top of the Cardinals and quickly put back into play by Totino Grace. The shot from Smuck blocked down. Cardinals not able to get it clear. Bakri gets it back. Down into the corner, Stegman gets there for the Cardinals. Rao in the middle, long pass. Taken away and finally forced out of bounds. Last touched by Yang Win.
Good anticipation by Thompson. She read that pass coming across and stepped into it, stole the ball.
And they're doing just a really nice job, obviously, with possession down in the Cardinal end. The Cardinals really not able to get anything generated.
This one played back into the corner. Stopped up by Callie Alphin. She's run over, and that'll draw the whistle. And Callie had a couple of goals early in the season. Was playing up on the attack in the Rogers contest, clearly playing on the back end, trying to help solidify the Cardinals defense. We saw, especially through the first 5-6 games of this season, not only were the Cardinals struggling to score, but they were giving up far too many goals. They have played better defensively over the last couple of weeks. Did get the 3 goals against Becker, unfortunately ended up losing that one by a 4-3 score.
I hear Becker came all the way back to get some in the end and win the game.
Yep.
That's too bad. Well, they just need to find a way to get more possession. Totino is controlling the game, right? And they're using that play right there a lot.
They really are. I mean, granted, only, 11 minutes have gone by, but they have controlled.
Yeah. Middle, ball middle, look to the wing, push it behind the defense, run it down. It works.
When you talk about, Cardinals, a young team, the 4 seniors, though, are big pieces. Bailey Rouse, Sophia Bakri, we've talked about both of them a lot already this evening. Tessa Delfrat, the 3rd captain, and Caitlin Griffith are the 4 seniors. So they will lose some significant pieces, but when you look at the names and the amount of experience they will return, they should be a much improved team next season. However, before we get to that point, those seniors don't want to give up quite yet. You still got a half a dozen games, or a handful anyway, games in the regular season, and anybody can win in the playoffs.
That's true.
Theoretically.
Theoretically.
Another corner kick opportunity, and they do not turn it into a good scoring chance.
Guess we have a goal kick there. Is it?
I thought that went off the top of the craft, right? Yep.
I don't know if that is an in-swinger. It apparently swung in just right.
It did.
Just a little too tall.
Yeah, it was close. A through ball again.
And numbers in deep. The deep cross knocked down and covered up by Aaliyah Williams.
Yeah, Williams that time just making sure she reached out and let that ball get through.
Yeah, she's going to have to take control of that 18 box because they're definitely trying to get to the wing and cross it in the middle. So she'll just have to start reading those plays and do what she did there.
Yep. In the meantime, Coon Rapids needs to find a way to get down into the Totino end.
Yeah, just not controlling the ball.
Another great chance this time. Swan in a shot that is going to trickle wide and turn into a goal kick.
I mean, they're just dominating the possession here.
Yeah, it's been on the Coon Rapids half of the field for the majority of this half.
Emmy Swan just using her speed to get wide on that left side. And just sending it just wide back to the far post. And again, Coon Rapids can't even get to midfield. Totino getting it turned around. Another good chance. A diving save by Williams.
Yeah, Williams has kept him in on a couple of shot attempts.
Yeah, that was a nice save there. Full extension of her body, and her hands are out there where they need to be to deflect that ball.
Grace Cruz with some space. Gets a good strike on the ball, and it was going just inside that post. Williams, as you mentioned, full extension, got a fingertip on it, and that was enough.
Too much time in the midfield is really a problem.
Stepping up is Yang Win. She settles, has a little bit of room. Near side, Sophia Bakri had to come back to it. Bakri with Yang Win running over the top. She has it along the sideline. Her pass taken away. In the middle is Frieden. She's commanded that offense a lot of this first half for Totino Grace. Pass to the back corner was intercepted. Cardinals get it turned around, but only so far before Caitlin Burstad stops it up and gets Totino
Jerry Cardinals
back in control.
Sorry, Joe. Jerry, the Cardinals having trouble putting passes together. I mean,
yeah, they make one or two, but then they turn the ball over. And Totino then right away starts their attack on the counter, and they move it fast.
They do. They've made them pay twice already.
And that's the hardest thing about soccer. You know, just to continue to make, when you watch the European League, the Premier League and all that, they're just so skilled. They hold the ball and they can move it around for 5 minutes straight without giving it up. But here, when you give up the ball in high school soccer, a lot of times the teams like to turn it right on you right away and then put you on the defensive by shooting the ball behind your defense or whatever it might be to get you running around.
Here they are across in deep. This time the Cardinals are ready for it. Bailey Rao got it cleared, and this pass is going to go wide out of bounds. Well, we talked about that earlier, is you know, how quickly they are transitioning from stopping up the Cardinal rush and turning it back into their offense.
Yeah, they do it pretty seamlessly.
Just like we saw in the boys' game earlier today, the Totino players eventually figured out how they could get that ball behind the Cardinal defense, and it worked for a couple of goals.
It did. It definitely did.
It's the name of the game, cat and mouse. When are you going to figure out how to get the ball behind them? See, Totino loves that diagonal pass to the corner.
Well, if you got speed on the wing, it takes your advantage. This one a little bit too much, and Williams is able to get it.
That is exactly what Williams needs to do. Control her 18-yard box and take that play away.
Frieden again steps up, gets a steal, and resets this offense. Back to Cruz on the near side. In the corner, Rao pressuring. This one's going to come back to Cruz. Pass taken away by Yang Wen. Rao can't step around Cruz. Broken up by Bakri, who gets it back near midfield and across.
Yeah, they just can't generate anything at this point.
Yeah, Totino moving that ball around, went all the way from our side to the far side. 3 passes, so they're doing a good job switching fields, controlling the ball. Again, moving it back, regrouping, controlling, finding the midfield.
Yeah, you know, they're spread out so well. They're able to give the Cardinals fits in terms of fitting into space.
Swan battling, getting behind the defense, but Williams able to jump on top of the loose ball.
At times Swan tried to push it in front to herself a little bit too much on it. That one rolled into Williams.
Good thing. She had a lot of opening there.
Yep.
Crossing the midway point of this first half. 2 very early goals by Totino Grace in the 3rd and 4th minutes from Camille Frieden and Krista Munsinger, respectively. Munsinger's just on a Cardinal turnover that left her with a wide open net. Anytime the player can essentially start to adjust their shin pads and shoes before the ball crosses the net or it crosses the goal line is a goal that was maybe a little too easy.
Definitely so. Oh, we've seen a couple of easy goals.
Well, and Coon Rapids, again, just hasn't had an opportunity to sniff anything in the attacking third of the field. This is about their deepest penetration so far.
And you see there's 3 players in black and 7 in white right in that corner there.
Yeah, they surround her, not let her get any opportunity for a look.
Yep, so you got to go back.
I was going to say, then they got to push it back.
Well, that's Brindley Wold over there, just an 8th grader, getting some varsity time. They've got a couple 8th graders who do.
There you go.
Long shot in for Sophia Bakri, relatively easy save for Kate Mulligan.
But the key there is they actually found her open in the midfield and used the pass. It was nice.
And got a shot on goal.
Yes.
Yeah, and a solid one.
Turning in the middle is Hemi Swan. She's pressured there by her opposite number, Angelina LeClaire. Rao to stop it up, Bakri to push it ahead. Skips free, and dancing through the middle is Callie Alphen. Alphen tried to get the corner and could not. It will come back to her. Gets it back to Bakri. Bakri finds some space, long shot. Mulligan will move over and make the save.
Well, let's progress. Bakri with some 30-yard shots.
Well, yeah,
now
the
work
shot,
it to 20, 18 would be nice.
Yeah, you want to try obviously get it in a little bit closer to make a relatively easy save for the goaltender when you're shooting it from that far out.
But the key is they're finding her and open space.
And they're getting shots off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yang Wen steps up, gets that steal, gets it back for Bailey Rao. Rao will step up and attack down the right wing. For Callie Alphen, trying a little give and go, didn't get the touch she wanted. Rao still battling for it. Alphen comes in to support, gets the takeaway, and gets speed to the corner. She will try to angle it in, but ends up sending it high and wide.
Hey, it's been a good last 5 minutes for the Cardinals.
Really have. They've had some pressure.
Attacking, they're moving up front, they're making some good reads.
Head coach Ben Benson, sporting a Tar Heels hat.
Yes.
Talked about Callie just a few minutes ago that she was playing on the back end, now clearly back up front. Always good to have versatile pieces. You see Sophia Backery back there doing double duty for the Cardinals as well. Bailey Rao trying to get around the corner, lost it out of bounds. She was pressured there by
Robinson,
Grace Cruz.
Yeah. Cruz and Robinson pinned her in there.
Or Audrey Robinson, yeah. Eagles trying to change fields. Olivia Lar, another 8th grader over there for the Cardinals, back on that left side. Played through the middle. Cardinals able to win the race. Griffith able to get the clear, but out the end line, so another corner coming up in this first half for the Totino Grace team with a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, you can see the time approaching the 15-minute mark, and looking to see if they can up that lead before they get into the break.
It was a good recovery by the Cardinal defender there. As she had a person that had the inside track on her, was able to cut her off.
Liz Thompson serving it right into the middle, and Aaliyah Williams is there to snag it.
Good job there by Williams.
Yeah, just being aggressive, making sure you go after the ball, and she did.
Which is the goaltender's job on any corner kick. You're the one that's going to try to get that ball.
Yep.
Stegman in the middle. Pushes it wide for Wold. Wold, some room to run. Into the middle, Callie Alphin. Trying to split a couple of defenders, ended up having it knocked away. Wold continues to pressure against Ailey Streeper.
Stepped on the ball there, unfortunately.
And then a long ball that gets behind the Cardinal defense. The numbers for the Eagles, but the shot just going wide to the far side.
Oh, she had a trailer. She had a trailer all alone in the middle, and she decided.
Yeah, Amy Swan had no idea. I don't think that she had a teammate with her.
Yeah, because if she did, she would have fed her the ball, and it would have had a much better opportunity.
At the same time, I think she saw that side of the net and said, "There's so much room," and I still missed it. Alphin put a little too much on that one. It zips out of bounds on the far side over the head of Jenica Erickson. Yet another 8th grader getting time for the Cardinals at the varsity level. They have 4 or 5 that have played throughout the year, gotten some time, and so
great experience.
Yep, there's nothing like playing. There you go. Push it wide, keep attacking. That should be a foul. Yeah, it is. Is that in the 18?
In it, yeah, definitely. If not, it was definitely close.
Oh, right on the edge.
Yep. Gonna put it just outside. I think that was clearly inside the box, but they
not in position down there to see exactly where it was. We'll see it here.
Oh, yeah. You got to give him credit. That trip was exactly where he put the ball, just outside the corner of the 18. So good on you.
Oh, right at the top of the bar.
Nice try.
Yep.
Just off the crossbar, and Sophia Backery taking the shot, but it was the 2 8th graders. Jenica Erickson fed it to Brindley Wold, and she's the one that drew the foul in deep, got herself behind the defense, got tripped up. And then Backery, a strong shot, but off the crossbar, out of play. And the Cardinals still at 2-0.
Backery's been noticeable whenever the ball's around her. She makes something happen.
Rao near midfield, stopping up. out off of Katie Correa Flores. But right back out, and it'll be a Totino throw-in.
We've seen a little bit of life out of the Cardinal offense here recently, and that's a good thing. But you got to be able to mount some goals too.
That would help, but hopefully they can keep playing this way the rest of the game.
Correct.
And they'll have a good result.
Yep.
Totino using speed down the right wing. I think this is Ellen Cliff trying to get around the corner. Now she does, plays it out front. Just unable to control the pass at the top of the box. This is Maddie Smuck. Smuck started the first goal. Her pass inside, broken up by LeClaire. And back come the Cardinals. Alford sends it to Stegman. Nope, excuse me, that is Wold. She had it taken off her foot. Cleared back in deep. Williams waiting for it. It just barely got into the box in front of Grace Cruz. It's a night for big club casts.
Yeah, we've seen them on both for boys and for girls.
Well, and Gold Branson's, that thing is a mess.
It's
Yeah.
it's a big one.
Looks like it.
I assume that it's something that he wears over the actual cast for just when he's playing.
Right.
Can't imagine it's
Almost looks
that
like a-
big all the time.
It almost looks like what they use in highlight.
Right.
It's got that curve at the end.
And what do they call it? I mean, is it a highlight racket?
I think it's a.
Is it a shoe?
Get the
Stick
stats department
across.
on that.
I think it might be a stick, but
Basket? Because technically it is also a basket.
Yep.
This one played in behind the defense again. A chance for Correa Flores. Gets around Rao. Williams comes out, charges, takes the ball away, but Correa Flores stayed with it. Rao able to block it, and then it's cleared off of Correa Flores out the end line, and it'll be a goal kick. And Williams
Right on the knee.
a little nicked up after that contact.
It is called a basket, Joe.
Oh, there you go.
It is a basket.
It is a basket.
There you go. Williams did her job. She came out and challenged that and denied a goal.
Oh, she was and it's fortunate that
Defensively,
yeah.
picked it up and got it out of bounds. And the kneecap's not a thing you want to have
no.
kicked.
Cleat marks.
She's been playing well. I'm sure it looks like a little
Best in the business.
Jeremy Shepard.
Jeremy Shepard out to take care of her, and there you see it.
Oh, yeah,
Cleat to the right knee as she was stepped on by Correa Flores, crashing after the ball.
Yeah, she's coming over for.
I think she's going to have to.
And we have a second goalkeeper going in. That's too bad. Williams has been playing very well
Yeah,
this
she
half
has.
here. After the 2 goals went in, which really weren't much of her fault, she's made some saves.
Not sure who their backup goalkeeper is.
We'll get the stats department on it. And we'll
Yeah.
figure it out.
I got a telegram sent.
Well, we got to test her right away. Yes, we've now dated ourselves. We're not quite that old, but
Telegram. Telegram from Mr. Shapiro. It's from the soccer stat department.
Okay.
oh boy. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Western
So,
Union.
You know,
It's
the sound
so
effect.
easy.
Sound effect department's right on that. Hot off the press.
It's so easy to get us off track.
Oh yeah, you be kidding.
Coon Rapids, we talked about, had a couple of good chances, had a spurt there, 5-6 minutes where they put a bit more pressure on, had a couple of shots on goal, spent a little more time down in this end. They need to spend the last few minutes here down at that end.
It was a hustle play.
Nice try there.
Yep.
Addison Erickson, just a sophomore. And again, you know, we talk about the 4 that they'll lose are big pieces, but you've got girls like Callie Alphin, a sophomore, Addison Erickson, a sophomore. We talked about the 5 8th graders that have gotten playing time at the varsity level so far this year. Really only one freshman, that's Caitlin Greenwald, but Erilyn Yang Win is also a sophomore. Maya Thomas, also a sophomore. These are all girls that we have seen throughout the course of the season. The keeper, Aaliyah Williams, is a junior, so at least one more year there as well. Obviously, still a very long way to go, but they are going to come back next year with much more experience than they started with this year.
Well, and that's the key, because you know, you want to be able to develop that experience and then come back when you're in your junior or senior years and show what you've learned and how you've grown. Right, Coach Grant?
That's correct. And it all starts with the off season.
Yep.
Lifting weights, getting faster.
Well, and you talk about nothing replaces play, and most of these girls play club soccer in the off season. It's always seemed very curious to me how little they play with one another in the club level, because so many girls play at different club levels, different club teams at different parts of the metro, may see teammates that they play against one another, may not see anybody from their own team all off season long. It makes it harder, in my opinion, to build that chemistry that is and work on that communication, which is such a huge part of possession in any team sport, right?
Knowing where each other are, trying to figure out exactly what type of routes you like to run. And
well, I mean, you just witness it there, that the play on the wing that Totino does. It's the communication and the practice together that they've learned that this is where we're going to be. And it gets their offense going.
Yeah. It's open. They run it all the time.
Yep.
You got to take it away. And they'll probably run it on this side of the field.
The goalkeeper has no number on her jersey, which is not
surprising,
you know, for goalkeepers. There are a couple on the JV roster that do not list a number, but you know, she could be any of those 3.
Okay, we're narrowing it down.
4 or 5. There are 5 of them without any number.
It's good the telegraph came in.
Aaliyah Williams.
Yeah, but there's nothing on it. That's the problem.
Ran out of ink.
Mr. Sparrow.
Aaliyah Williams is on the roster as number 1, and her jersey does say number 1.
Right.
So I would just like to be able to give her credit, as not quite sure who that is. And fortunately for the Cardinals, Correa Flores had to slow down to wait for the bouncing ball because she was behind the defense.
Yeah, good recovery run by all 3 defenders, though, to cut her off at the end. But they're definitely trying to shoot the ball behind the defense an awful lot.
Yeah, and it's so much easier to play in a game, especially I assume on the road, if you get too early.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
It just changes the whole tenor of the game.
Well, yeah.
And they've been able to play loose and comfortable since the very early going, because again, on the board twice in the first 4 minutes.
Yeah, you immediately put pressure on a struggling team, and that's the last thing that the Cardinals needed here.
Exactly.
Was to struggle within the first 4 minutes, because all of a sudden you're in a 2-0 hole, and when you're having issues in your season, it just compounds it.
Yeah, it puts a lot of pressure on you because you're trying to fight through that, but you know, oh my, here we are again, we're behind, and then it could take some energy away too. But to their credit, they've played very well since then.
Cross to the back post, but well defended, cleared away. Eagles continue to pressure. Coon Rapids finally able to get a little bit more distance, but Streeper regains control. Can't turn as easily as she might have liked against Brindley Wold. Jenica Erickson checking back in.
There you see the time remaining, 2.5 minutes in this opening half. And Eagles been holding that 2-0 lead since right in the beginning of the game.
And Coon Rapids wouldn't mind keeping it at least 2-0. 2-1 would be better.
Well, I'll tell you, if they could get a goal, that would,
still not
that would
bad.
lift a lot of spirits.
Considering the start, 2-0 at half, not bad.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, Jerry.
And also with how much Totino has controlled the ball. Rao trying to work back out of the danger zone. Intercepted, though, by Grace Cruz. Trying to send it into the corner. That was taken away. Pressuring it continues to pay off, and a huge save
by the mystery
in
goalie.
Close by on a
Mystery goalie.
shot by Krista Munsinger, looking for her second. Boy, she is calm, cool, and collected, just like a goaltender should be, I suppose. But makes a big save.
Very nice.
And the look on her face is, ain't none but a thing.
Do it all the time, practice.
None but a thing.
There you go. Oh, bad touch, though.
Leads to a penalty against Totino Grace, though. Coon Rapids will have a free kick from a relatively dangerous spot, about 35 yards out, dead center.
Well, let's see if you run a play here. We'll get some players up there. There's only 3 players up in the front. And 3 by the ball, so by a side pass would work.
As we cross under a minute to go, Backery goes direct off the crossbar. Long rebound back into play. This one booted by Totino back toward their net. And fortunately for them, Kate Mulligan is able to grab on. Boy, she hammered that.
She did. Has a good shot.
Oh,
Close.
not missed by much.
That would have been nice.
That would have been sweet.
It's as close as you can come without actually scoring.
It is. The old post is the old goalie's friend, right?
Well, and it was already, you could tell by the trajectory of the ball, it was arcing down. It was on its way just over the keeper, just couldn't quite get back underneath the crossbar.
Another 2 feet would have been.
But that is going to take us to the end of the first half. Totino Grace with 2 early goals. They have a 2-0 lead. We will take a break. Be back with the second half after this. You're watching live girls high school soccer on CTN. wear tights?
You're secure. You guys got to cover your whole bodies up. You can't even take a hit.
Yeah, okay, let's go.
Nice seeing you guys.
Back at the Cardinals Sports Complex, Totino Grace scoring 2 early goals in just the 3rd minute of play. Camille Frieden got in behind the defense, and Aaliyah Williams a little bit late on the charge. And then just over a minute later, they capitalized on a Cardinal miscue as Williams comes out to take this one, and a little miscommunication with Thomas, ends up booting it right to Crystal Munsinger. Munsinger had a wide open net to send it into, and then a couple other good chances down the stretch. They spent a fair amount of time in the attacking third, but they came up empty the rest of the way. Cardinals defending a bit better, getting some good goaltending as well to keep it at a 2-0 score.
You know, and I thought too, you know, they had some chances, guys.
Right.
They just weren't able to put anything in. And
Yeah, Bakri had 3 nice shots, and hopefully she'll get some more and get a little tighter to the goal. She might be able to get one here on the second half.
And Aaliyah Williams is not returning to the net.
Oh, that's no good.
And except that, as we talked about during the break, this mystery keeper,
Right.
who may or may not be Xavieria Bonifacius, has played well. So maybe it's an opportunity to just get somebody else an opportunity to get a little bit of that experience. We talked so much about how young this team is and how much experience they will be able to return next year. But Callie Alphen getting forced all the way down deep into that corner by Zaylee Streeper. Turns it back to the middle, trying to get some distance back. Bakri gets it ahead. And here comes Brindley Wold. Wold, middle of the field, sending it ahead. One touch back to the middle. And Totino Grace able to break it up.
Here they come. Ball, through ball. Offside.
yeah.
Cruz was definitely a step behind the defense.
We saw a fair amount of that in the first half with Totino Grace doing a good job of getting behind the Cardinal defense, and trying to make things happen, especially early in that first half. They were able to do that a couple of times, and Cardinals would like a score
They would.
at this point.
Caitlin Griffith puts the boot to it. Cardinals back into the attacking end. Wold down the near wing. Bakri over to support. Ends up out the end line. Both teams will make their case, and it will become a goal kick.
That's too bad. It was a good run. Had two players.
Yeah.
Quite spread it out the way they needed to make the shot happen, but that's more like it. Keep it down on this end.
Yang Win coming back to it for the Cardinals. Back for Stegman, back to Yang Win, touches around a defender, re-carries. Trying to get it into the middle, had Erickson in there. Cardinals able to keep it in deep. Continue to pressure, Bakri into the left corner. Looking for some help. Gets it back to Wold. Wold can't get that one all the way through. Eagles able to clear. Alphen steps up. Runs into more white jerseys, and here come the Eagles again. And they have speed behind the defense, and Streeper was offside.
Offside again, thank goodness. Yeah. But she was running to the corner. I think they could have recovered in time.
Yeah, they had plenty of opportunity there, but won't matter.
No. Let's see here. Looking, when is the okay? Yep, she was definitely off. But then again, the person way on the far side was close. pressure. Don't let her turn. Yep, make her go backwards.
Alford, the backside of the Cardinal formation here to start the second half.
More pressure in the midfield. Keep there. You can always somebody on the ball. That's more like it right there, Howie. Yep. Don't let her turn. That's fundamental soccer.
Right.
But again, you know, that's what that there is Olivia Lahr. 14 is Erickson. Was no, sorry, 14 is Caitlin Griffith, so she's one of the few seniors, but Lahr, one of those 8th graders we've been talking about. Callie Alphen overstepped the ball. She's just a sophomore. Back to near side, Brinley Wold, also an 8th grader.
Yeah, again, nice to get these young players in. You know, Alphen just being a sophomore, she'll be a leader on this squad for a number of years to come.
And pressure it causes it to be out of bounds. Jordan Bashad.
There we go.
Our mystery player is solved. Thanks to Tom.
Tommy G, class of 73. Oh, and you know what? You know what grade Jordan Bashad is in?
8th.
That is correct.
Wow.
Another 8th grader.
Well, good. That's a good nucleus of kids. Just getting some playing time, and by the time they're seniors, they can make some things happen. Throw a good ball.
Good recovery, a good save by Bashad, but the rebound tapped into a wide open net.
That's unfortunate.
Munsinger getting her second of the night, and it's a 3-0 lead.
Bashad did her job. She made the save, but just didn't have help on the back post.
You know, it's unfortunate too. If the Cardinals would be able to cut the lead in half, you know, maybe it's a little different here. But you know, she got a hand on it, but nobody there from Coon Rapids to get in the way. And easy goal for her just to tap in.
Yeah, the goalie can't make 2 saves down there like that. One is excellent.
Goal comes in the 46th minute of play and increases the Eagles' lead to 3-0. They regain possession right off the Cardinal kick, and we're starting to build, but it's broken up by Sophia Backery down into the attacking third. Jenica Erickson in the corner trying to work her way out. Played out of bounds.
As you saw, how many defenders did they have there, Howie?
They had 2.
That's good old 1-2. Beat one, there's the second one.
Nope.
Not going to beat her, usually.
Nope.
Does make it much more difficult when there are always more than one defender between the ball and the goal.
Good support. It's good coaching, good playing.
Streeper down the near side, building with Cruz. Gets it back. Cruz calling for it in the corner. And she will get there. She's got help out front. She is going to cross. Munsinger would have been looking for the hat trick.
Oh, and she had the opportunity, but a good job defensively just to push it away.
Oh, that's not Munsinger. I apologize. That's Frieden in the middle. Would have been looking for her second. Spins and shoots, and she's going to get her second anyway, and that one just slowly trickled between the legs of Bashad and made it 4-0.
Yeah, she just misplayed that and let it get through the wickets.
And again, 2 goals like just over a minute apart from Munsinger and Frieden. It was Frieden first, and then Munsinger in the first. And in the second, it was Munsinger followed by Frieden. And you saw Bashad, as soon as it got past her, knew, oh, I should have had that.
Well, now she knows that she won't do that again. That's how you learn. She didn't do the fundamentals and get down there and corral that ball.
Eagles once again just building their way back upfield. Not afraid to go backwards. Burstad gets it restarted, trying to cross and change fields to the left side. Zernicke, long boot to the corner. Callie Alphen there first. Pressure is coming. And she will hold it off nicely and get around Streeper. Get past Frieden. Finally tipped away from her by Maddie Smuck, but Alphen recovers. Trying to boot it through the middle. That's stopped up. Jenica Erickson plays it to the far side. Too far for Yang Win, out of bounds.
Cardinals just need to try to get that goal and keep working towards building an attack, getting a chance.
Well, and another opportunity.
Offside.
I was going to say that one appeared to be
I
well
was waiting
offside
for the
that
flag
time.
to come up like that. That's really offside.
Yep.
Cruz is eager. She's been behind the defense a couple of times and been whistled for being in early. But, you know, it's a tough season when you haven't had a victory.
Yep.
It can be a little bit more demoralizing when you start to get numbers run up on you. But when you look at this game, you step back. Really, it's 2 minutes in the first, 2 minutes so far here in the second, where things got away from them. Outside of that, they've played, you know, almost 50 minutes. You take those 4 minutes away, and that's 45 minutes of solid soccer that they've played head-to-head, even up against the Eagles.
And that's how you have to look at it, and then you have to go back and say, okay.
Long shot, Bashaw able to knock it down, and
how do we,
Cardinals able to clear.
How do we get rid of those 4 minutes?
That's
the next step.
that's the problem, and then that's kind of been the issue all season long. Is, you know,
one goes in and the other one goes in.
Like the game you did, where you talked about the fact they played well in the beginning, and then all of a sudden the floodgates open.
And how do you bounce back and not allow that second goal to come so quickly on the heels of one? Because both goals scored within 90 seconds. You know, both goals scored in all 4 goals, I should say, scored in pairs, with the second coming less than 90 seconds after the first.
Well, that is the challenge for this team the rest of the way out.
Well, they look at Thursday. They got St. Paul Johnson coming in, maybe a little bit easier squad, a team that's not used to facing the same level of competition. Maybe not gonna play as quickly or as strong as most of the conference teams the Cardinals have been so used to facing. But
well, a win would go a long way, even if it's one win. It's just you don't want to 0 for the season.
No, that's hard on the kids and the kids coming back, and build the program, and then part of that is you got to win some games.
Exactly.
Backery went knee to knee with a defender there and immediately went down. Hopefully she's not too badly hurt.
Yeah, she seems to be
able to get up and get off on her own power.
Yeah, those
significant limp, clearly.
Those don't feel very good. No padding there.
Definitely not.
Drop ball.
Good step up there by LeClaire. Get things turned around for the Cardinals. Down the wing comes Wold. Maya Thomas working against Cruz. Cruz able to step over, get it ahead to Frieden down the right wing. Tracked down and turned around nicely. It's Caitlin Greenwald, the lone freshman on the roster. So yeah, a lot of youth gaining experience for the next several years. Thomas up to challenge and get a takeaway in a dangerous spot. Wold able to clear it back upfield. Stopped up. And the Eagles will reset the offense just on the Cardinals side of midfield.
Well, you look at Totino, they have 7 seniors, so not a huge number, but more
Still a
than
fair
the
amount.
Rabbits. Yeah.
Rao able to out-battle a couple of Eagles. Get this one cleared ahead. Erickson settles. And gets Wold down the wing. Wold able to catch up with it. Tipped away out of bounds by Caitlin Burstead.
That's better. Good passing sequence. Found the player streaking down the wing to open space. Got the ball there.
Yep.
Run it down and keep it moving this way.
I just got to get your offense on track a little bit more.
Yes. Try to get those shots again.
That's the key. Pressure the goaltender.
Be intense, try to win that ball. They come.
Continue to battle. Greenwald was the last to stop it up. Cruz will play it back. Wold being a pest. Beautifully done.
Like it.
Forcing the play out of bounds.
That's what you do right there.
Caitlin Griffith checking back in. Long throw into the corner. Griffith will get there, able to stop it up, then had it taken away by Frieden. Bailey Rao comes over to win it back. Lost it out of bounds. Sorry, that was Callie Alfin. That one lost out the end line. It'll be a goal, corner kick upcoming.
No, we haven't had one of those for a while. See, bring a few more players up. Looks like they brought up 8.
Thompson will handle the kick out of the near corner. High to the middle, deflected in. It'll be Katie Thomas, one of the Eagles captains, getting the redirect and putting her team up by 5.
Well, Jerry, when you get numbers in front of the net like that, it's pretty much it's pretty much a given goal.
That's how you do it. You get in there, try to block the goalkeeper out, and
And again, right back into possession and starting to build in the offensive end.
well, this is when it's hard. When you're down 5-0, you have 20 plus minutes to go. You just have to play like it's 0-0. I know it's a cliche, but that's what you have to do. You just have to keep going.
You got to play for something positive. You got to make something positive happen, because right now nothing's positive about the Cardinals game here. I mean, they have played in some spots.
Yeah.
But well in some spots, but not well enough to put the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, the last 25 minutes of the first half, they played pretty well.
Yep, they did.
Yeah, but then the second half came out, started okay, and then
They gave up those two goals.
quick goals.
Yep.
And now it's really tough.
Yep.
It certainly is.
But the clock keeps running in soccer, so Haven't had any much worry about injury time.
No.
I've never even really seen that in high school.
Frieden will come off. She's had a nice game, couple of goals.
Yeah, they don't have a ton of subs on the Totino bench.
They do not.
Everybody gets to play.
Thomas's corner is headed away by the Cardinals on defense. That was Erickson, I believe, getting up to get ahead on it. Takeaway by Emmy Swan in the midst of a bunch of Cardinal players. She ends up losing it out of bounds. Goal kick upcoming.
Well, good thing, because Swan's been zipping in there numerous times tonight, and she's had some good opportunities with her speed.
Well, yeah, she really has, and you know, especially in that first half, they had those opportunities and using that speed on the wing. And again here in the second.
And again, right off a Cardinal corner. Quick stop and turnaround for Totino Grace, and then this is out the end line and another corner kick upcoming.
You saw what happened the last time they had a corner kick.
Katie Correa Flores checking in for Totino Grace. Krista Munsinger out. Munsinger also a pair of goals in this contest for the Eagles. Corner kick served across the top. Tracked down in the near corner by the Eagles, trying to play it back to the middle. That's stopped up. Yang Win into the corner. Her pass up was denied. Cruz turning with it with patience into the corner. Cliff sending it out front, but she was offside. So a free kick for the Cardinals as we approach the midway point of this second half.
Coon Rapids again just needs to keep playing, try to find something, get some passes together, try to get down the other end of the field. Totino hasn't pinned in right now.
No, they have not been doing that tonight for the most part.
Well, and I go back to what Jerry's talking about. The last half of the first half,
yes.
They did play better. They exchanged some scoring chances, had more possession and offensive zone time. Here in the second half, though, the Eagles have really just kept them completely locked up.
No, that's the thing, is that in this second half they haven't really been able to generate anything. And you know, now falling behind by 5 makes it even more difficult, puts a little more pressure on them. But you just want to try and get some positives.
Yeah, Totino has found a way to control the game.
Yep.
They've figured out, okay, we're going to keep using our midfielders in the gap and then push the ball wide and get to our speed.
And they're doing a good job at it.
Yeah, they really are. Well, they've been on a hot streak, so you can see why. They've been coming together as a team.
Looked like Cruz had lost that out of bounds, but they ruled it. Thomas must have tipped it away from her out. Sophia Backery checking back in. And good to see that
absolutely.
after she went out limping a bit and grabbing at her knee after the knee-to-knee contact. Erickson pushing it ahead. Yang Win forces her way through a defender. She leads the rush, has teammates with her. Cardinals have numbers, but a good step up and stop. And Totino Grace has it going back their direction once more. Emmy Swan cutting back out of the left corner. Cruz fires and scores, and that makes it 6-0.
Yeah, well, that's the difference. What Totino did at the end was able to find the open player. The Cardinals had a nice opportunity on the run, but the defenders closed down, and there was just no way to put the ball to the open player. Like Garrett, a nice little tap, the open player. She's got time and space.
Finds that back corner.
Goal.
And with the 6-goal advantage, the clock will continue to run.
It just runs, yeah. And runs and
runs. Yeah, it runs until it doesn't run anymore, until it gets down to 0.
Well, and barring injury, knock on wood.
Knock on wood, that's right.
Yeah.
But that's about the only thing that will stop it once you get to a 6-goal advantage. And good news is Cardinals have not been in that position as many times this season as they have found themselves in years past.
Yes, absolutely.
So small things. You talk about the positives you take away. And the positive may only be that you've got a lot of experience for a lot of younger players. We talked about it all night long. The number of 8th graders getting varsity time this year does mean good things for the future. You've got, some solid play from your 4 seniors, and they will definitely be pieces that they will miss next year, and they will need other girls to step up and fill those roles. The roles of Sophia Backery really being their catalyst on offense, of Bailey Rao being their stopper and sweeper at the back end. And we've seen Callie Alphen both positions tonight. We've seen her playing on the back end. We've seen and doing so effectively. We've seen it up front. Those are the positives they take away. You're getting good play from young players down to the 8th grade level that are going to be here to help your program for the next several years. Yeah,
they've played well in spots.
Backery is shot. Just misses well.
That's a good shot there. They've played well in spots here tonight too. I mean, they have played a little bit. As you guys talked about, the end of that first half, played a little better, mounted a little pressure, but just haven't been able to find the back of the net.
And scoring does make things feel a little bit better, no doubt. And as we approach the end of this one, we've been here for 40, 80, 120, 150 minutes of soccer or so far tonight. Have not yet seen a Coon Rapids goal.
Nope.
No, math is always fun.
Crew is going to be called for being offside again.
She's getting
bumped into
a little bit
Bashaw a little bit.
She's getting anxious. She wants to score again. She wants to score and put more goals on the board.
Well, as a coach, you got to love that, especially from your captain being aggressive.
No, absolutely.
Always wanting to compete. And she's been around the ball all night long.
Yep, definitely so. There she was again. Timer run this time. There she is.
Comes right back to her. A strong shot. Bashaw able to make the save this time and hold on.
A good opportunity there. Shaw, as you mentioned, knocking it to the turf and falling on it.
Yeah, good for her. Getting experience.
Yep, absolutely. As your backup goaltender,
shots.
Yeah, you need that experience when you can.
Oh, and did we mention she's also in 8th grade?
Yeah.
And another 8th grade. There she goes. Get out there and get that ball. That's it.
And we talk about obviously a lot of different sports where you see middle schoolers compete and effectively compete at the varsity level. It's more rare, I think, in the team sports. It's more likely to see you see them in cross country, in Nordic skiing, in swimming and diving, in tennis, golf. Those sports where they can individually they can become more competitive at the varsity level at a younger age, or so it would seem. But to have this number of young players. And just to put it in perspective, if you had this many 8th graders trying to play football,
it would never happen.
They would all be injured inside of the first half.
Never happen.
Or this many 8th graders. I mean, it would never happen.
Right.
Even in girls or boys hockey.
And there may be that
they
one.
would have to be just so outstanding in order to be on the ice and be able to compete that much above their grade level.
Like a Rachel Bond of years past. She was did
correct.
She play as an 8th grader. Yeah.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
And she was effective.
And she was effective.
Not as effective as she was later in her career.
No, but as an 8th grader. Yeah.
So impressive.
Yeah, that's rare. But to see that many 8th graders.
She will be inducted into the Coon Rapids Hall of Fame at this year's induction ceremony.
Really? Well, good for Rachel. Certainly deserves it.
Rachel now Gensel.
Oh.
And also Allie Haida.
Very nice.
A former girls soccer player. And you bring that name up, Rachel Bana. She was All-State the 1 year that she played soccer.
Yeah.
1 year.
Yep.
She played soccer. I don't remember if it was her I think it was her sophomore year. But she played just 1 year, and I'm pretty sure she was All-State.
Yeah.
She was a pretty impressive athlete. But Allie Haida also a former Cardinal tennis player or soccer player.
Yep.
And a big part of it. I'm pretty sure she was a captain in her time here. And I just know that those two, there's at least one more being honored, and I don't remember who that was. Somebody,
where'd you see it? I didn't see
from
that.
before our time.
I didn't see
I
it.
saw something at the office the other day.
Okay.
Very cool.
But yeah.
Yeah.
It was last night when I was there doing sports. We had the little announcement.
Very nice.
So, but yeah, as that all came of the belaboring of my points, that just the sheer number of 8th graders playing on a varsity roster in the Northwest Suburban Conference in girls soccer. I mean, it's just incredibly rare. So that's got to be your positive. And
absolutely.
The hardest part for I would think Coach Ben Benson, outside of trying to teach them at an accelerated rate to get them up to that varsity speed, is just to maintain the positivity and understand the process that they're going through, and understand that those are the positives that you have to hold on to, even in a 6-0 loss on your home field to a conference rival. You have to be able to maintain positivity, understand the process, and not get down and not get frustrated. Although obviously it's somewhat inevitable in a winless season to get frustrated and to let emotions go.
Yeah, when you're going to go to 0-12, it's difficult for the kids to say, hang their head a little bit and not be happy with their performance. But you're right. It's up to the coaching staff to say, you know what, we're building. We're trying to build for years to come. And we may feel some pains here in the beginning, but we hope that those pains in the beginning lead to bigger and better things.
And again, you can look at your team and say, there isn't another team in the conference, certainly, but maybe not in the state of Minnesota, where we would have this many middle school girls on a varsity roster getting this much significant playing time and playing well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And
here's Backery an opportunity, but this shot is going to be stopped up by Kate Mulligan.
Yeah, and the number one reason kids play sports is to have fun. Yep. So the key is, even if you're losing, you have to find ways to have some fun still. Just put it in perspective and have a good time. You're playing varsity soccer.
You have to think of putting things in perspective. You've got 4 years basically, and some don't have that long to play varsity sports. And you're playing with your friends, and you want to make memories, and these are things you always hold close to your vest, close to your heart.
Tapped in behind, a chanceless diving save for Bishaw.
Yeah, good for her. Another nice save.
Yep.
After that little weak one went by, she stepped her game up.
And again, and knowing how goalies can be, it may be that at the end of the night, that's all she's thinking about is that one.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
At the same time, makes very little difference in the overall outcome.
No, but it's one that she knows she shouldn't have given up.
True.
Yeah, but
And that's what
she's
eats
made
she's made a couple of saves that maybe she shouldn't have.
Agree. I don't disagree with you, but it's the one that you remember is the one that went through your legs that you know you should have stopped.
But she made it at the end of the first half with the one.
But she has
diving arm save.
No, she's made some very good saves. It's just that sometimes you say to yourself, "I'd like to have that one back."
Yeah, well, fundamental.
And
she'll
that's
work
normal.
on that. Yeah, she'll work on
absolutely.
that. I'll bet she'll never do it again.
I bet you're right.
That's okay.
All about learning and growing.
Erickson settling, hands it off for Backery with speed down the left wing. Cuts back to the middle, finds a little bit of space. Shot from a long way out. Mulligan had to work for that save, but still able to hold on.
Yeah. Backery's had quite a few shots.
She
about
has.
5. Nice cut back. Uses a screen coming up here. Goalkeeper did her job. Just stayed in front of the ball. She wants a shutout, I'm sure.
I'm sure she wants a shutout.
Wold's pass intercepted by Zernicki, stolen right back by Sophia Backery. Trying to look ahead for Jessica Erickson, just a little too far. Jenica Erickson.
Oh, good play. Good idea. Just right there in that little sequence, you had 3-4 passes, finding open players. So they're building on things.
See, well,
they're getting there, but they have a ways to go to just kind of keep that process going.
We talked about it in the first half. It was just like 1 or 2 passes, and then they turn it over. At least if it's 3 or 4, that's part of growing and part of playing a little better, and those will hopefully lead to some successful things.
Yeah, and the good thing is there are people in the right spots. They were in the open seams, and they were seeing them and calling for the ball.
Approaching the 5-minute mark here left in this one.
See Avery Larson out on the field now, so I think all of their 8th graders,
They're youngsters,
made it in.
Nice.
Good.
All 5 of them have made at least 1 appearance. Some getting a little more PT than others. Their 1 freshman has been out there. Of course, all 4 of their seniors have played. That's no surprise. But yeah, the youth of this team is the hope. And is the positive.
Yep, absolutely. That's what you hang your hat on.
Sophia Backery with another steal in the midfield.
She's had a good game.
Haslund plays it up the wing for Addison Erickson. Can't get around the corner and loses it out of bounds.
Everything was filled out for like 20 seconds and then come back.
Long pass played behind the defense. Bashaw came out, booted it away, and then from forever away, Camille Frieden
38 yards.
gets her third of the game.
That's what happens when, you know, you be aggressive. That's the one negative part about coming out of the net. You leave all that opportunity, and she made them pay on that one.
No, she did the right thing to come out. She
Yep.
just didn't put the ball in the right spot.
She did the right thing to come out. I'm just saying that's the one drawback about coming out.
Yeah, you don't want to put it there. You want to put it wide. But again, when you're young, you learn.
Yep, absolutely.
So a game that was tight through the first
Offside.
half really turned into a blowout. Here in the second, very similar story to that of the boys.
Yep.
Boys losing 4-0 in their contest with the Eagles. Girls now down 7-0 with 2.5 to play.
No, the other team just kind of wore them down and just kept continuing to use their speed all game long, Howie. They just kept, like right now, they're going to chip away and look for the through player. There's middle open.
Pass a little too far for Frieden. Cardinals able to clear it away.
Yeah, as a defender, as a sweeper back there, there's nothing wrong with getting to that ball first and pounding it out of bounds. Just get everybody back to regroup.
Push it wide.
That's just what you need to do more of. It's just like that.
Yep.
That's okay. Kick it out of bounds, get regrouped.
Correa Flores trying to force it out front. It was blocked out the end line, so corner kick upcoming.
Let's see what they do this time. Okay, one on the near post, two on the near post, and a couple in the middle, but they're not overly aggressive, bringing everybody down.
Bouncing around, finally ends up and over out of play. Munsinger was looking for her third.
Well, yeah, not every day you can get a hat trick.
Under a minute to go. As we talked about, Cardinals will fall to 0-12.
Yeah, it's tough.
And just a handful of games remain. They will be back here on Thursday hosting St. Paul Johnson.
Totino will move to 4-2-5 on the season.
Yeah, only 2 losses.
Yep.
It's not a bad year
Nope.
going for them.
They would have loved to have turned some of those ties into wins, but definitely on the other side, not into losses. So they'll take that. They'll take that. And as you mentioned, only 2 defeats on the year.
Long shot in, but Shaw able to make the diving save in the final seconds. Another
Good for her.
diving save.
Awesome. Keep it from
I
getting
love
to
it.
8. I like that.
Yep, I do as well.
So she has a couple to hang her hat on at the very end. But yeah, a rough finish for the Cardinals.
For sure.
They will host St. Paul Johnson on Thursday. The next week they're on the road Monday against Park Center and Wednesday against Champlain Park. And that will be the end of the regular season. So just a couple remaining on the calendar.
Well, a few games left. See what they can do. Maybe try to sneak out a win next time out, and then go from there.
Yeah, if they could win over St. Paul Johnson, get that win, because I think the next 2 games will be tough. Park Center and Champlain Park. Well, Champlain Park for sure.
But that is going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score, it is Totino 7, Coon Rapids 0. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro and Jerry Grant, I'm Joe Young saying good night.